game night, Nikki, Lincoln, Aaron, and Dave are going to play Concordia, a game for 2 to 5 players, designed by Mac Gerdts and published by Rio Grande as well as PD Games. So let's get to it.
Hey Dave.
That's me.
Will you teach us Concordia?
Yes, I will. So Concordia is one of those games where you have a pretty simple thing on your turn that you do every time. You are going to have a hand of cards. These cards have actions on them, and on your turn you are going to play one of those cards, you will take that action, and then you're done. So that's pretty much the whole game, and most points wins. Let's go. So the problem, of course, comes into understanding the cards and all the pieces, so let's get into everything. We all have the same 7 cards, and we also have the same stuff, same number of goods and colonists and stuff in our warehouse. I'll explain all of that later. What we don't have is the same number of money. We randomly determined that Lincoln was the start player, so he starts with 5 Sistere, and Aaron has 6, and I have 7, and Nikki has 8. So other than that, let's talk about these cards that we all have. So one of the cards we have is this Architect. All right, we all start with one of those, and the Architect allows you to do 2 things. It allows you to first move your colonists, and then it allows you to build a house in a city if you can afford to do so. So let's talk about colonist movement. You have movement points equal to the number of colonists you have on the board. We all start with 2 on the board in Roma. We have a land colonist represented by the guy and a boat sea colonist. They can only move along those paths, so the boat moves along these little blue paths and the land guy moves along these little brown paths. And we all start with 2, so you have 2 points to spend on movement. That can be any way you want to spend it. So you can move one of those twice, or you can move them each once. Later in the game, if you had, say, 5 colonists on the board, you can move one guy 5 times and be done with it. That can be your entire thing. You can divide them any way you want. Moving takes place between the cities. Even though we start on a city, your first move, say if this were a boat, would be to there if you wanted to go that direction. Your next movement would be essentially through that city to here or to here. Okay? You're always going to be between cities when you move your colonists. And the reason that that's important is that when you are done with your movement, you then, optionally, if you would like to and can, you can build houses on any city adjacent to that, not just that colonist, but any of your colonists on the board, basically. So if I moved this 2, let's say I moved this 2 here, I can't because this is on Roma, but let's say that was there. In theory, I could build here and here and here if I could afford it. Thank you. If I could afford it.
Yep.
Building is on this little handy-dandy architecture chart for you, and it works as follows. For everything but food, you need a brick plus that thing. Sorry, for everything but brick. For everything but brick, you need a brick plus that thing. So to build a house on a cloth city, you need a brick and a cloth. For wine, you need a brick and a wine, and for food, you need a brick and a food. But for brick, you just need a food, and then you also need money. And it goes cheaper from the top to this card to the bottom, with cloth being the most expensive, food being the cheapest. So this is food. To build a brick house would be food plus $1.
It is a brick house.
To build food, that would be a brick and a food plus $2. The tools are 3, the wine is 4, the cloth is 5. So to build a house here, if you wanted, would be a brick and a cloth and $5.
Yep.
Okay? And again, you are not required to do those buildings, but you can at the end of the architecture moving your colonist phase. You cannot, when you move your colonist, you can go through spaces that have colonists on them, but you cannot end your turn with a colonist on an occupied path. That includes occupied by yourself. Building in a place, let's say I were to build this wine house. Yes, make the joke if you want. Building in this place does not stop other people from building there.
Right. Yeah, but you can't be there.
You can't stop like that.
Does not stop other people from being there later in the game. It just makes it more expensive. It still only costs the same number of goods for Aaron to build here. He would need a brick and a wine. But instead of the $4 it would cost, in this case, it would cost an additional $4 for essentially every house that's already there.
Right.
So my house being there costs you another $4.
And then
if
bread,
this were the case,
normal 4
if
as
Lincoln
well.
or Nikki wanted to be there, it would cost them another $8. Or
So 12
another
total.
12 total, correct.
Plus
it would
the
cost you
normal
8
goods.
to build here. It would cost 12 for someone else to come in.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
But it only goes up 1 per previous occupant for bricks, and 2 for food, and 3 for...
It only goes up. Yes,
That
it's just
much.
the money is multiplied. The goods are not.
Right.
So it's always
So
still
brick-
just a brick plus
brick
whatever
is
the
always
thing
going to be
is.
somewhat cheap to build in.
So that's the architect. Okay. So next is the Mercator. The Mercator does 2 things. The first is it gets you $3, and all the cards say exactly what they do on them. So, and then you may trade up to 2 different types of goods in your warehouse. So your warehouse has 12 slots in it, 4 of which have colonists in them. There are ways to get those away out of your thing, which I'll get to in a second. But until those go, those slots are just taken up and cannot have goods in them. So when you play the Mercator, after you get your $3, you may then buy or sell 2 different types of goods, which is to say I could sell up to all of my cloth and then buy as many of one thing as I want. So if, for example, I wanted to sell this cloth for 7, I already have 7, that would give me 14. I would have the money to buy 4 bricks if I wanted to.
Or you could sell 2 different items, correct?
Then I couldn't buy anything.
Great.
I could sell this for 7, and I could sell both of these foods for 8, or I could sell one of the foods. You're not required to sell all of one good, but I have now essentially interacted with 2 different goods, and that ends the use of this card. When you buy stuff to fill, you can only fill up to what your available empty slots are. So you can't throw stuff out of your warehouse. You can only fill up the empty holes that you have. So maybe you would sell something just to give yourself space. I don't know. All right, so that's what that does.
Okay.
It's a good way of getting both money if you need money and the goods that you need if you need goods.
Right.
What am I going to do next? The Senator, let's do that.
Okay.
So we all start with 7 cards in our hand, 2 of which are the same. So we basically all have 6 different things. This is how you get more cards in your hand. The Senator allows you to buy up to 2 cards from the array. Up to 2. And the cards have a cost on them in the little red banner, okay? And it just says what they are. So that card costs a food, that card costs a wine, this one up here costs a food and a brick. Even though it says like food and bricks, plural,
Yeah,
it's just
it's
one
just
of each.
one item of it.
In addition, each of those cards cost an undercost based on where they are in the array, this being the most expensive and this being the cheapest, and you probably, based on that, have already guessed that when cards get bought, they're going to slide down and become cheaper. The new ones will fill in from the most expensive side. Any extra good, specifically cloth, any extra good and a cloth, 2 cloth. All right? Cloth being, in theory, the most expensive, hardest good to get. There is 1 new card out here. There's 2 new types of cards out here, so let's explain them. This Colonist card. When you play the Colonist card as an action in your hand, and when you buy cards, by the way, they go directly in your hand. So they are available for you to play on subsequent rounds. The Colonist card allows you to put more colonists on the board for a food and a tool. The Colonist card allows you to put more colonists on the board. It's one of the ways these can come out. It costs a food and a tool to do that, but they go out where you already have houses. Okay, so until you have a house on the board, the colonist card doesn't do anything for you. So they would go where you previously have a house, and it's sort of like starting in Rome at that time, right? Which is when they move, in your first move, if I had one here, it would either move here, here if it was a land guy, or here, here, here if it was a sea colonist. All right? Or you can play the colonist card instead and take $5 plus $1 for every colonist,
Right.
a coin for every colonist. So at the minimum, that card will get you 7 when you play it, since we have 2 to start with.
Right.
So that's also a way just to get money. Okay, so that's what the colonist card does. This is, I haven't gotten the prefect yet, but it's the same as when we have in our hand. Architect, I already explained. Okay, so this Mercator that I explained, this is a slightly better Mercator. Instead of getting $3, you get 5. But you still only trade up to 2 types of goods. Or 2 types of goods, as we say in English.
I know, that's what that was.
That was like bobbity bobbity.
Hey, what are these new cards I haven't seen before?
So the Mason and the Farmer can be friends. The Mason and the Farmer are specialists. There is, I think, 1 for each of the 5 different types on the board. And when you play them, you will produce for every house you have in a city that has that. So if I had the brick here and a brick here, and even if I had a brick here, and I played the mason on my turn, I would produce 3 bricks. Note that in this case, I'd only be able to take 2 of them because I don't have room for 3 bricks, but I would take 2 of them.
Right.
And that is a way for you to produce your stuff for just yourself.
Right.
And the reason that I say that is because one of the other cards I haven't explained that we all have 2 prefect cards. And the prefect cards can be used in one of 2 ways. The first way is you choose one of the 12 regions on the board. This board has 12 regions. It's double-sided. The other side of the board has 11. It's the side you play with fewer players. You choose a region, and that region produces. So every house in that region will produce. So if I were here, and Nikki and Aaron were both here, and I chose to have Asia produce, then you would each get a food, and I would get tools. And as the person that played the prefect card, I would get a production bonus. These little chits over here show what the production bonus is in each region. Asia's production bonus in this case is a tool. And the reason it is, for people that care, it's whatever the most expensive thing is in each region. So for example, I don't have to look up there. I can tell you that Libya's bonus is this cloth, because cloth costs 7 and this wine costs 6. All right? So I would get a tool plus another tool. You 2 would each get a food, and that little chit would flip over to the other side, showing coins on the other side. All right?
Why does it show those?
Because the other thing you can do with the prefect card, you don't have to produce. You can instead play this card and collect all the coins showing from things that have been flipped. That will obviously not happen right away. It'll happen after 2 or 3 or 4 of these get flipped over, and you get all that money, and then they flip back over again. That's how they reset. Note that Lincoln could play a prefect, and he could choose Asia. He's likely not going to, but he could. For doing that, I would get a tool, you and Nikki would each get a food, and Lincoln would get a tool,
bonus,
because that was the bonus in this case. Had this been, say, a cloth, and none of us were there, he might choose to do that because he really wants the cloth, and he doesn't mind giving us this stuff.
Sure.
Why isn't there cloth in Asia? Shouldn't there be thematically some cloth in Asia?
Well, these were randomly distributed by the letters in the backs. Asia all has C cities, and these are C cities. So I don't know. There's probably a C cloth somewhere. I don't know.
Maybe later. In this time period,
Yeah,
the Asian
they
cloth
hadn't figured out
industry
silk
hadn't
yet.
quite,
Yeah.
hadn't quite developed to that level.
So that's what the prefect does. Okay.
Okie dokie.
There's 2 more cards. One of them is the diplomat. The diplomat essentially allows you to use whatever card is face up on someone else's stack. When we play these cards, we will be playing them as a stack, so that if you were to play that diplomat, you could use basically use a prefect card. Or if Nikki had if she had an architect, you could use her architect card. All the diplomat does, obviously you can't use someone else's diplomat because it doesn't get you anything. Make sense?
Well, just to let you choose somebody else's thing.
Basically.
Do it twice. That'd be
Yes.
cool.
So that's what the diplomat does.
Right.
It just allows you to double...
To clone a card.
Correct. And that could be important.
That
For
is
example,
huge.
if you really wanted that mason and someone bought it out from under you, you could still use that mason with your diplomat.
Right.
Okay? And then the last card that I'm explaining here is the Tribune. Okay? The Tribune does a bunch of things. The first thing it does is it gets you all your cards back. So that's how you get your hand back. You can play this at any time, obviously, but the longer you wait, the more money you'll get, because when you play the Tribune, you count all the cards in your discard pile, including the Tribune, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in this case, and you get that much money minus 3.
So 4 in that case?
Yes, and obviously, if you've played 2 cards, you don't give up a coin. You don't go to negative, right? You basically ignore the first 3 cards and count the rest.
Right.
And you get that much money. That's the first thing that happens. And you get all your cards back. And additionally, this is the other way you can get a colonist on the board. You can pay to put 1 colonist in Rome for the same thing that it costs on the colonist card of food and tools. All right? So you don't have to have a food and a tool when you play your Tribune card. But if you do, and you want to spend them, it'll get you another colonist on the board. Okay? There's one other thing that the Tribune card will do for this game only, for our first game, the game recommends to do an interim scoring in the middle of the game. It actually tells you to not bother with it once you know what you're doing, but when you play your Tribune card, you will then score your hand, which conveniently gets me into scoring. Every one of these cards, in addition to having an action on it, has a colored god associated on the bottom of it. And these are also scoring cards. So every card you have is also a scoring card.
Okay, that's this,
That's the
right?
flip side of this cheat sheet, all right? And when you score, which by the way, will normally in a regular game be just once at the very end of the game. This scoring track in a regular game will only be used at the very end.
Right.
You score based on each of the gods. So Vesta is the purple god, and she gives you 1 victory point for every 10 coins of value you have based on your cash on hand plus the value of everything you have in your warehouse. So if I were to play this now, I would have 7 plus 7 is 14, plus 8 is 22, plus 6 is 28, plus 5 is 33, plus 3 is 36. So I would have 36 worth of value. That's 30 for 3 points. The extras, you get nothing for partial stuff. Just every 10, every even 10. So that would score me 3 points for this card. It's for all Vesta cards would score that. Here, Alex, that will make sense when I play this.
All Vesta cards, but didn't we
Right.
determine that there's only one?
There are never any more. There's you have your one Vesta card.
Fair
and
enough.
That's it. But yeah,
Jupiter is the next, right?
and you have
And
more
we
than
have,
one.
And we have 2 of those. So Jupiter's score for every city that you have a house on that doesn't produce brick. All right? It says non-brick here, but it also shows, you'll notice the brick is like a statue on the icon.
Yeah.
And all the others are actually like this little Colosseum-y thing.
Parthenon.
Yeah,
Parthenon
Parthenon thing.
It's just, these are the cities.
Temple-y thing.
So if I were here and here and here, I'm on 3 cities, but this one's brick, so it doesn't count.
No,
so
you never took that
Oh,
one
yeah.
off.
Oh, perfect, even better.
4. So three
I'm on-
non-brick cities.
I'm on these 3 cities, and let's do it this way, actually.
Bum, bum, bum.
Where's the other? Let's do this. So I'm on 3 non-brick cities, and so this card's worth 3 points, and so is this card worth 3 points. So this set of cards is worth 6.
Yep.
All right. Part of, I think, what you're going to be trying to do in this game is buy not just the action cards you want, but the scoring cards you want.
Right.
Once you figure out like what direction you may be headed, if you think you're going to do really well with production or colonists or cities, then if I think this is the way to go, then I want
To build a lot of cities.
I want as many of those Jupiter cards as I can get.
Right.
Even if they're not the action I necessarily want.
Okay.
Saturn, and it's on the card. This says 1, 1, and 1 for that little icon. So Saturn gets you 1 point for every province that you're in.
Okay, so that's location.
Right. So for example, I'm do this. So I'm in this province, and I'm in this province, I'm in this province, and I'm in this province, because this is here, and these 2 doesn't matter they have 2 there.
Right,
It's just
right.
I'm in 4 provinces, so that's 4 points for this card and 4 points for this card for a total of 8. So that's what Saturn does. Mercury gets you 2 points for each different production. And by the way, there's 12 provinces, so this will max out at 12.
Right.
This one card can never score more than 12. But obviously, if it scores 12, you want probably as many as them you can get. This Mercury card is going to score 2 points for every unique good I am producing. So in this case, I'm producing brick and wine and tools. So that would be 3 different goods at 2 points apiece for 6. There are 5 goods, so this card will always max out at 10 if you're producing all 5. All right?
Okay.
Mars is 2 points for colonists. We all have 2 on the board, so this is a 4-point card for us at the beginning of the game. But if you get more colonists, obviously they go up at 2. We all have 6 colonists, so this card will max out at 12.
Right.
Unless you get more of them, obviously, right?
Well, but that each individual one maxes out at 12.
Correct.
Exactly.
Correct. And then last but not least is Minerva. Minerva is only on the specialists, and Minerva gives you 3 points for every house you have on that type. So if I had the Mason, I'm on 2 bricks here. That card, that single card will be worth 6 points for me. 3 for each of these that I'm on. So the specialists obviously payoff for specializing.
For specializing, exactly.
That's how that works.
Does anything else happen when intermediate scoring happens?
We'll get to, so in intermediate scoring, yes. The way it works is when you play your Tribune card, you will do all the things that you would normally do, and then you will do your intermediate scoring. When all 4 of us have played our Tribune card, and we have all done our intermediate scoring, we will look to see who is in first, and if whoever's in first will get 2 coins, and if there's ties, everybody gets 2 coins. Ties are really friendly. Anyone who's in second will get 1. Again, ties are friendly. And then all those points will be removed, we'll go back to 0. The interim scoring is just there to help you understand how your cards work for you. And as I said, the game says you can just skip that step. I haven't played the game before, but I imagine the 2 coins and the 1 coin that get given out are probably fairly negligible in tipping the game too far in any direction. We'll know. We'll see when we get there. And it's possible that we'll split those if we all tie. I really don't know. However, there's another card I didn't explain. So in addition to different monies to help what the game clearly believes is a start player advantage, they also believe there's a additional last player disadvantage that getting $8, I guess, is not enough.
Okay.
So the last place player starts with the Prefectus Magnus card. What this does is, when you play the Prefect card that I explained earlier,
I'm not last place.
Yeah,
last in order.
In
When you
order
play
of
the
play.
Prefect card and you choose a region to produce, if you have this card in front of you, you get double the bonus. So if Nikki were to play this card and choose Libya, let me take me off of here, and no one's there, she would get the cloth plus another cloth. She would get 2 of them.
Right.
And if she were there, if she were here, then she would get a wine and a cloth and another cloth. This doesn't double produce.
Right.
She just
There's
gets
the
the bonus. Correct. Note, this only doubles that bonus. It does not double the coins. So if she played the Prefect card and there were, say, 4 of those flipped over and she took, whatever it was, 7 coins for those 4, she would still have this in front of her to use.
That just keeps passing around the whole...
When you use it to get the bonus, it moves to the player on the right. There's a little arrow on the card that sort of shows. So once she uses this, it'll go to me.
But she'll get it back. Right?
It'll eventually come back around in
Interesting.
theory. And it will probably come back around because you cannot opt to not use this card.
Right.
If you have the card in front of you and you activate a region, you will be getting double the production bonus whether you like it or not. And the card will be moving. I don't think it's a question of disliking the production bonus. It's
the
maybe
question
not
of giving
wanting-
it to the next player.
Or unless your warehouse is full, but then you
Right.
wouldn't have chosen the Prefect in the first
Right.
place, right? Yes, questions?
What's the other side of the card?
I think it was just a verbal explanation of the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah. How does the game end?
Visual.
Okay, so the game ends in one of 2 ways. The game,
I like the visual side.
The game either ends when one player builds all 15 of their houses. If you build the 15th of your house, that triggers the end of the game. I have been told that that is the less likely way the game will end, and that the more likely way the game will end is when the last card is purchased. And I guess it makes sense because each of those is also victory points. So it stands to reason that somewhere around halfway through the game to 2/3 of the way through the game, maybe we'll be fighting for these cards because you'll know at that point which ones are good for you and which ones aren't good for you, depending on where you go. The person who triggers the end of the game also gets the Concordia card, which in and of itself is worth 7 victory points.
Okay, wow.
Is that the tiebreaker if you get that card?
Actually, no, I'm wrong. I just remembered the tiebreaker is whoever has this card, the
Oh,
Prefectus Magnus
wow.
card.
Oh, I don't like that.
So the tiebreaker moves around during the game.
Don't like it.
I'd be very surprised if this game ends in a tie.
Yeah.
Not knowing anything about
Right.
it. It seems like the scoring is so weird as far as what your cards are that...
It seems like there's going to be a
But who
big
knows?
differential. If now we randomly determined that Lincoln was the start player.
Correct.
If I triggered the end of the game,
Oh, thank you.
Do we
the
finish
person
the
that
round?
triggered... Yes. I totally... I missed that. So whoever triggers the end of the game, everybody else gets one more turn.
They don't get another turn after.
They do not get another turn. And it's not equal turns.
Is it because they get 7 points?
Probably.
That's pretty good.
That's
But that
actually
means
kind
if
of cool.
But that means if Aaron triggers into the game, Lincoln, you will get another turn. It's
Right.
not one of those equal
Right,
turns
right,
games
right,
where
Interesting.
Okay.
I have to imagine again. I don't know.
In the game.
So you'll get one more turn than everybody else? No, you do it, so we all get
7
this.
points seems
here's
like a
the thing.
lot, doesn't it? That's
Yeah.
a
In
lot.
addition,
Not compared to the cards that are
I think
maxing
the
out at 10 or 12.
I think the cards are, now that you see this gives you extra turns.
Yes.
That gives you a lot extra turns.
No,
Yes, it does.
Oh, well,
for
here's
every
the
one of
deal.
these cards you have in your deck.
you get an extra turn in your deck, but not
Yeah.
a turn in the game.
Yeah, round.
Right.
Right.
You
But
don't get
that's
extra-
it.
There's no extra turns. There's just extra things you can do.
Right, but that's huge.
Yeah, of course. That's why it's sort of a pseudo deck building type game.
Yeah,
right?
a little bit. Yeah.
But it seems.
But at the end of the game, we're probably all going to have a lot of cards.
Right. I know.
Because
like,
they're all
probably won't be triggering the
And
Tribune.
I didn't look through the deck, so I don't know what's coming
right.
up. I don't know how the 3s are better than the 4s. Like this, obviously, this Mercator is obviously better than the one we start with. 'Cause
Right.
It's 5 instead of 3 for a bonus. There's another card that didn't come up yet. I'll explain it when it comes up. It'll come up with the most expensive thing, so we'll be okay. So, Lincoln, you are the start player.
let's clear this off. Let's start.
Oh
this.
yeah, hey, look, I already have 4
I
hands.
know.
You're way ahead.
Winning already.
So on that.
Don't do what I want to do.
Well, I think I'm going to have to do exactly what I just said, which is you want to get more cards. So I'm going to do the Senator.
You.
Well,
I quit.
Here's the deal.
I really already had
I
that
think the
plan.
colonist card being cheap is huge.
That's what I wanna do,
agree.
these two.
I was totally gonna snag
It's
it.
huge. If the
All right.
colonist card were
Let's-
here, that'd be a different thing.
Let's let
right?
Lincoln say what he's doing.
All right.
So you're paying
So that costs a
a
food.
food for that card.
No, just a
Plus-
food.
No,
Yeah.
I'm doing this
We'll
card
do-
as well.
Right, but just do them
Okay.
separately. That
As
card
long as
costs a
the
food,
Goes into my hand.
Dun dun
Yep.
dun.
And I'm going to do.
and that card costs tools plus something.
plus-
Right, and I got to
whatever.
decide what that's
Right.
going to be.
That's what I would have done if I was first.
I know. I just thought he would do something else, and I
But
could
only
do it.
because that colonist card seems it comes with Mars on it.
I
right?
know. So it's going to reward you for colonists.
But getting them out is hard, right?
No.
You have to get cities, then the stuff for it. It is, trust me.
Yeah, but
Getting
that
them
gives you
out
ways
is-
to. All right.
Well, you need the goods.
Right.
That's
right.
that's going to be.
And here's what he's giving up potentially. He's giving up position. Right?
Placement on the cities. What did you pay? Brick.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So then these slide down.
Yep.
And we reveal some very expensive Smith, that's the tools
Yep.
specialist.
Yep.
And breaking into deck 2, the console.
Okay, so there's the new card we didn't see. So the console allows you, when you play it, to buy one card, correct? Not two?
Yes, one.
You can buy one card from the array instead of the center, which allows you to buy 2, but you do not have to pay the cost at the bottom. Oh. So that would allow you to get, if I had
Yeah, you could jump up.
a console in my hand right now, this would cost a cloth and I'd have it.
Right.
Because I wouldn't need to pay the extra 2 cloth. So that seems like a good card, obviously, and what's Jupiter? Jupiter is cities.
cities.
So it's weird. It gives you more cards, but it wants you to be in cities. And you bought the Architect, right, Lincoln?
Yes, I did.
Okay. All right, Aaron Weiss.
All right. I'm going to also.
I know, I almost called him Aaron Weiss.
Aaron Weiss?
I stopped.
Hey, Aaron
I
Weiss.
stopped. Oh,
I'm
you're
gonna play
Senator
Senator
too.
as well.
Now, I'm not saying you don't have to do this, but you only have one Senator card in your hand.
Correct.
You could Diplomat right now and not have to use it.
I feel like Diplomat can be anything,
I
so
agree.
I'm going to save
I
it for
agree.
later.
I'm just pointing it out.
I hear you. I am going to buy this prefect for a wine,
Yep.
which will give me more options to collect bonus goods when I
Yep.
activate a province.
Yep.
And I'm going to buy this Diplomat for tools and the cloth extra cost.
Wow.
Yeah, I like that too. Very versatile.
Were those both Saturns?
Saturns, they were both Saturns.
Oh, look at
So
you.
my game is tilting heavily towards spreading out into all the provinces I can reach.
All right.
And then we will slide
Well, the
this
Diplomat
down.
will help you do that, correct? Because you can use other people's.
I can use other people's face-up
Architects.
Right.
architects.
What do you
and, we got a Mercator. He appears to be the same as this one. It's 5 coins and then trade 2 types of goods.
Okay.
And an Architect. Same deal, but he costs, tools. Same deal as your basic Architect.
Okay, well, I guess I'm going to play my basic Architect. Let me put my cheat sheet over here.
So many choices, man.
Since you guys gave me positioning here,
We did.
I can't see any reason not to take it. So I will need, for that, I need a brick and a foot. So I can do that. So I will go here, and I will go here, and I will build in both places. I will build, so to put a house on that food cost me a food, right? And $1. So I get $1 back. I know, I can just do them all at once.
Yep, no.
And then to build a brick there, a brick and a food. That cost me a brick and a food.
Right.
And this just cost me a food.
A food.
I had it backwards.
And
And,
one sesterce.
right, but the other one cost me 2, which I didn't pay correctly, so I owe $2.
Oh, okay.
I've done it all backwards. The point is this. I spent $3.
$3.
I should have 4, because I started with 7.
All right.
I do.
All right.
End of lame turn with bad math.
Lame turn.
Hang on, let's just make
No,
sure.
it's a
Okay,
fine
so
turn.
that's on
Good
blue,
turn.
that's on brown, okay.
Okay, good. Yes. But yeah. You did.
On the
It's
dirt
all right at the end.
and on the water.
What do you got?
I'm gonna do the architect.
Architecting.
Now, again, you have one architect only in your deck.
Yes.
So if you played the diplomat now, you could move your guys now, and then you'll be able to move them again later.
Yep.
But obviously, these guys haven't played architects yet.
Exactly.
I'm just pointing it out.
Okay. Here we go. One on the land and one by
2 by sea. Oh no.
by boat. Okay. And I will be building. So to build my tool place, I need a brick and a tool.
Yep.
Dun dun.
Yep, just put
And-
And a house.
no, and $3.
$3.
Look at that.
And I'm gonna build my brick town for
Brick
a
town.
food and a coin. So I guess I need change.
Okay, 4 change, please, for Nikki P. And house.
And I am done.
So there you go, Mr. I want to be in all the provinces. Italy is now more expensive.
Yeah. Who cares about Italy? Only
Yeah.
Italians come from there.
Mr. Kabaki.
I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right at all.
I'm gonna prefect probably.
I have
Okay.
a possible
Get some
plan
goods.
for one turn.
All right.
Let's see, where would I need goods?
What good are you looking for? Do you
Well,
want
I'm gonna
you
need
take
things to
whatever you
build.
want.
So I need wheat and I need brick.
Well,
I
perfect's
have
only going
a
to get you
wheat.
one thing, right?
Right. It's
If
gonna
you
get
take
one
a
of these.
bonus.
Right.
So,
Actually, you know what? I should wait on that, right? Till
Well-
I'm actually built someplace.
well, or no. You could, for example, get a cloth right now, and then you could sell 2 cloth for $14 and
Or
buy.
I can sell now, correct?
Or you could.
That's the Mercator. But if I'm gonna sell,
In other words, I don't know what your plan is right now and what you need next. Other
I'm gonna
than you
diplomat.
trick the colonists, so you will need
I'm gonna
cloth.
diplomat to do the senator.
Get 2 more cards
I'm gonna pay, I don't think
probably
I'm
can
gonna
only
get 2
afford
cards,
one.
but I'm gonna do this one,
for the wine. I like it.
Yeah.
and then I can
Yeah.
do the next one if I want to be insane.
We're out of the cards game just like that.
Right.
No.
No, you're just getting better stuff flowing in.
I guess that's true. Or are we?
Or
7,
are you?
11. Oof.
Agreed.
Versus 4. I'll pass. That'll be it for me.
And which card did you buy? The
I
Mercator?
bought
And what does he
a
have at the bottom?
Mercator. He's
It's
the one that
brown.
gives
It's
you
the one that gives you.
5, and it was 1.
All right, so it's okay.
Mercurius.
We have a new prefect.
Does it do anything special?
Turn over 1 to take the bonus, and then
Probably
it produces.
doesn't.
No, I think it's the same as the other ones. All right,
It was fine, it cost you a wine.
Do I do it that way?
That's a little song I just
I'm gonna
made
play
up.
my architect
Okay.
and sail my little boat colonist 1, 2,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna
Oh.
build houses on both of those.
No.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. The brick one just cost me a food
Yep.
and 1 coin,
Yep.
and then this one cost me a brick and a food
Yep.
and 2 coins. Done and done when I place this.
Nice.
Thanks. Your turn, Dave.
Well, I'm gonna prefect because I was trying to figure out what to do, and I'm tired of thinking. And I'll do this.
Thinking you're stinking?
So I'll do Italy. Nikki gets a stone or tools.
Oh, thank you, Dave.
You're welcome.
Oh.
I get a brick. I get a brick and a
I know.
food and a stone.
Tools.
And a tools. Flip tools over in Italy, please.
Tools.
Look at that. Boom. Just like
It's
that.
green.
I'm done.
Tools. Tools.
Done.
Tools.
It's weird. I almost feel they should be here, but then
I
we're
know, but then
blocking.
they'd cover
You
up.
needed
But you know
to
what?
give
You
me
could do
brick.
that because look,
Yeah, it's better to see
I
what's
look
going
for you.
on.
look, they're
I
here.
need
It goes
brick.
brown, green, orange.
Yeah.
They're roughly where they are on the map.
Yeah, it's just clear. It seems like you want
You
that.
s- but I don't think you need it.
Okay, the
You can get 2
Then
bricks.
you can
What
see
is
you
that
do the
referring
prefect.
to
I'm
then?
about
It's
to.
just numbered them.
Now,
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
just
then this
one,
is the way
two,
you want
three.
to do that.
Yeah.
Can I use
'Cause then
my
you can see-
diplomat
Yeah, it's
on
hard
your
to see it
prefect
anyway.
and get the
Anyway.
effect and
But
get
see,
it
look,
all?
like
Yeah.
yellow,
Do you wanna do that?
blue, purple,
You have 2
yellow,
prefects.
blue,
Yeah.
purple.
Yeah.
They're
Seems
right
like you
in
just
that
saved the
section
diplomat.
of the board.
You're
Yeah.
right.
All right.
Nikki P.
So Dave prefected Italy.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm going to be prefecting too.
Where?
Sounds prefect to me.
Prefecting this place because I need brick.
What is it? I want you to say it out loud.
No.
Mauritania?
Marvitania.
Okay.
Who's Marv? Who?
So hang on. So
Marv.
you get a brick.
Marv Albert.
Marvin.
And what's the bonus here? Is it tools?
It has to be. It's the most
Tools. She gets
expensive.
Two tools because of her prefectus magnus.
She has to do that.
Yes,
She
whether
does.
she likes it or not. And it goes to me.
That's interesting. Okay.
That's not
So
bad timing because I
want
just
to-
spent one of mine.
I probably want to use my expensive Mercator because I need the dough if I'm going to try to build. So that gives me 5, and I get to trade, and I need brick. Oof, it's all going to be hard.
Remember, you need some money to build whatever house you're going to build.
Correct. I need brick,
House.
2 bricks,
House.
and
House.
okay, 2 bricks and a wheat, a food. I'll
That's
just deal
not
with
bad.
that for now.
All right, so that's 10.
It's all the 10.
Oh, you spent your
It's
whole
all
money.
he had.
Yeah.
Okay. You know you... Okay, all right.
Go ahead.
You have no money to build anything now.
I know. It means I have to do Mercator again.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a second card. It's only 3 Sisteri. Actually, I should have sold, but I can do that. I can do it again,
Yeah.
sell that, and get
Right.
what I need.
Yep.
Right. All right. I am going to prefect Hispania,
Stop
which
it.
gets me a cloth and a brick because I'm on the brick city,
Nice.
right?
Yeah.
Brick City.
Because you're a brick
City.
So okay, there we go. Whew, I'm
We-
seeing this
we
in
make
another
us
time.
Yeah, it's hard to tell where
Well,
they
it's
are.
awesome.
We
It's
make
just-
us
it's water.
laugh with fun.
Although that's close, right? But
What did you do? That? What did you do?
He did that.
Can I see what you have up there?
Prefect.
Prefect and an architect.
Guess I will Mercator, because all the cool kids are.
3.
Yes.
Collecting 3. Sester Shii.
I will sell. Ugh. Let me sell 1.
this is pretty cool too.
Let me look how much money I have now.
Plus
So it's $7.
$7 already.
right
Yeah.
off the bat.
Yeah. That's why I wanted that card.
12.
Although I'm sure
What is
there's
going on here in it? Are those little calves or something?
That's no. Would you like to know the story of
Sure.
the founding of Rome?
Okay.
Oh,
This is the
yeah.
she-wolf that suckled Romulus and Remus.
I am selling,
okay,
I am
Founders
selling
of
the other
Rome,
two.
the like orphan children.
Neato.
That's like the symbol of the city.
Yep.
And I'm buying 2 bricks.
It's a big
I
bronze.
sold
I learned it from a cartoon.
I sold both of my tools, and I'm buying 2 bricks.
Okay.
Don't want to buy a 3rd brick.
I know. I mean, I spent
If you
everything
can
I had.
afford it, yeah, right?
Well, no, because I can build. That way I can build the wine. All right, I'm done.
Are you?
Sadly, I am.
Yeah, he is. Sure he is. All right, Nikki.
Yes,
Hello.
I did it.
Hi.
Card latest.
What do you got?
Hello. I'm going to be buying cards, so that would be the senator.
Senator.
Look at that. She stacked it like she's ready.
Oh, what a cheater. Look at that warehouse.
That's what she was going to
She's getting ready to spend
Yep.
it.
I'm
Cheater
buying the
move by Nikki
smith,
at 15 minutes and 60 seconds.
smith,
The Smith
which is a tool and a brick,
and
Plus,
something else.
and
oof.
Yeah.
oif, oif, oif. Big money, big money, big money.
No whammies.
And a food. And I will also be buying the mason.
The Mason.
This one here?
Which just costs a
Yes.
food. Wait, you
I
spent
don't
your
have a
food.
food.
Oh, oops.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go. That's everything you need.
That's all I need.
All right.
Slide everything down.
Sliding
Holy
down.
smokes.
I know. All these card perchings.
Pancake.
Perchings.
Vintner. That's the wine specialist.
Yep.
And another colonist. Building colonist. It's the same as the other one. But it's super expensive.
Okay, I think I have to have money, so I will Mercator again, and just sell this. I guess that's all I do. Or maybe I can buy something too. So
So you get
3 Sisteri plus this, so that's 10, and then maybe I'll buy something.
Wait,
that
so
I-
you 3. You're
Plus
selling
7,
this one
yep.
for 7.
Yep.
And then you can buy or
Buy
sell
something.
one other
I should
type
probably
of good.
buy a Arn.
Darn.
Oh,
An darn.
you mean tools?
Tools, yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
Just the one.
Yep, I can't. If I want to build, that gives me 5, so I can maybe build something.
All right. This might be crazy, or it might be just so crazy it will work perfectly. I'm going to diplomat and copy
No!
senator.
No! You better not get that stupid council.
It's exactly what I can afford. It costs a cloth and
You
another good.
suck.
It's exactly what I can afford. I think this is a great card. I think it's gonna get me lots and lots of awesome cards throughout the game.
Oh, you suck.
Your turn, Dave.
You had the chance,
I
Dave.
don't have a turn anymore.
No, he didn't have it. He didn't have a chance.
You suck.
The new card at the end of the row is a
He
weaver.
did have a chance.
It's
It was
the
just
cloth
further
thing.
down the road.
You're right, I know.
No, I didn't have the things.
You didn't have the things.
I needed 2 cloth and I didn't have them. Oh, you suck so much, Aaron
go.
Kapaki.
Game-winning move by Aaron
love.
Klocke at 15
be.
minutes and 7 seconds.
Yeah.
Is it really 15?
I have no idea what time index it's at. But if that is the game-winning move, I want you to put it at the bottom
That's
of the video.
right. This is the game anymore.
I don't like you anymore.
You like him.
I don't.
He never
I
liked
actually
me.
don't like
He
him
never
anymore.
did.
Okay. Even worse, I have to think now and I didn't want to.
Ah, that is troublesome.
Should I always have 2 moves?
Yes, you
prepared?
should have a
Oh my
backup
gosh,
plan.
forget it.
Good call, Nikki.
Thanks, Nikki. Thanks for
Good
nothing.
advice.
All right, I'll do that.
You love it.
Because here's the deal. I don't want that farmer. It costs so much. It's a food and a brick and a wine if I did that. I would have to get rid of all of that, right? And then I couldn't do the thing I want to do. Well, maybe I will do that. Let me just think. I'm sorry, you guys. Aaron really messed me up.
I screwed him up right off the bat.
Yeah, it worked out though. I mean, I still got cards that are going to be useful.
Well, I think you need it.
No.
I really do think you need
Plus,
them.
no,
I'll
but I got a
prefect Asia.
diplomat. I can copy your thing whenever I want to.
I'll
I have
prefect
one.
Asia. Can you
Okay.
flip Asia, please?
Flipping Asia, you get a tool.
I get
2 tools,
2, actually.
and that's it
Oh,
because
'cause you
no
got
one
the
else
thing.
lives
You
there.
get that, yeah. I hate giving that to you, but especially
Well, you're
after
gonna
you,
have to.
especially after you boned me.
Say your famous line, Dave.
And choke on it.
Yeah.
And choke on it. Go. I hate you so much.
I'm glad that was
Choices,
exactly what you
the
wanted to do. I'm sorry.
choices. I have 2.
I would have done I was actually looking to do it the turn before. I was willing to spend it. The problem was it was 2 cloth and I couldn't get. I almost prefectured the cloth just to get 2 cloth, but I didn't think this would happen. Right? I didn't think that would get that cheap. And when I
Right,
looked and saw
right.
you had cloth, I'm like, oh well, Aaron's gonna buy that for sure. No doubt in my mind, you're buying that.
But you planned for it anyway.
No, the minute she
minute she
knocked
made it
those
cheaper,
down,
yeah.
But I didn't. Out of pure hope, I decided not to plan an alternate turn. I apologize to everyone for not planning an alternate turn.
Ah,
Mercator.
I wish you could see.
Oh, hey,
this.
I didn't explain something, not that it matters, but this little chart right here,
Oh, what's that little chart, Dave?
Yeah.
it shows how many of those gods are in the game. So in a 4-player game, you just ignore this column, there are, so for example, in a 4-player game, there are 4 of these Mars cars.
7.
Mars bars.
No,
4.
Mars.
There are 4 of these
Oh, I
Mars
see, I
gods.
see. That's-
Right.
It's not each level is times 3.
Right.
It's where
There's
you're at.
4
I get
in
it.
this deck.
Right.
Correct. And
So-
4 Mercury, Brown,
In the
and
deck.
6. Right.
I'm
Other
crazy
than
about
what you
that
start with, there's 4 and 4
Right,
and 6 and
right.
7. Okay.
Just so you know, in case you're planning for your scoring
Right.
stuff. All right, Nikki,
Hello.
what were you doing?
I'm doing the Mercator.
Mercator.
Yeah, I
How
will.
much
So
money do you
3.
get? $3. 3 sestertii for you.
Thank you so much.
And
sir.
then what?
And then stuff. 2 types of goods.
Guz.
Goose.
I'm going to sell. You know,
I don't know.
this is crazy.
This is crazy.
This is crazy. No. I'm just going to sell my
Cloth for 7.
cloth for 7. And I'm going to buy 2 brick,
2 brick that beat is 1.
right?
What's that $2 for? 2 brick.
Brick.
Cost 3
Oh my
each.
Stop looking at that chart.
I hate.
It's right here.
I
Look,
know. I keep.
That
looking
has an
at it.
architect symbol on the top of it.
Yes.
It's only for building
Mason
cities.
What is this
Symbol
craziness?
notes
There's 3.
So you're buying 1 brick?
3 more? Do you want 2?
She wants to.
All right.
I do
Take
want
2, they're
to.
small.
No, give me the 1 back.
No, I took 3 already.
I know, give me the 1 back.
Because it's 4 now.
Thank you. Here you go, baby.
Okay, my turn.
Thank you.
I'm an Architect. I got to figure out how to make
Architect.
this work. 1, 2. I don't think I can afford anything else, so I will do that. So it's a brick and a dealy bopper.
For the
and
food?
2 doll hairs, right?
We're going to food plus $2, correct? End of turn.
Your turn. You gonna prefect this Magnus?
I might.
Just because this is your stores are.
I do. I need to
empty.
fill up my warehouse. I do.
I think Lincoln just wants the Magnus.
No,
Maybe.
maybe, but I'm actually probably
He hasn't
not gonna get
prefected
what I
yet.
need.
I don't think he has. Maybe he's in it once.
Me, I haven't done any.
All right, I'm going to
Mad-
prefect.
mad at Aaron.
I'm going to prefect and take money. 7 sestertii.
Ooh.
And flip all these back over again, and then I don't lose the Magnus
Correct.
yet.
Yay, diplomat. The architect.
Yeah.
Bloop, bloop. Brick and a cloth. Brick and a wine. $9. Done.
Wow.
Sweet.
Some building.
Boing, chikank.
Chikanky.
Good luck with that every region, sir.
I don't need. I just need the other 11.
Good luck.
Diplomat.
How dare you take my counsel?
What are you?
How
what
dare
are you
you?
copying?
Architect.
Okay.
Architect.
1, a 2.
No.
Yes.
Yes. Do it.
I
Do it.
can't do as well as I wanted.
Right there, though.
That's happening.
Yeah, good luck. Choke on it.
All right, to build that, I need my tool and a brick and
3 coins.
3 coins. Change, please. And that is unfortunately as much as I can build. So I'm done.
So I'm an architect-y.
Okay.
I could have done exactly what I needed to if I moved in a different position, but I see that now.
Oh, I see.
No biggie.
You mean with your last move?
Yep.
Got it.
Okay, well, I'll go over here. 1, 2.
Okay.
I shall build a.
The stone, the tools, or the food? Which one?
I'm going to build the tools. So that I need a
Brick and a tools.
brick and a tools.
And $3.
And I have the $3.
Wow, look at that. Perfect.
I could have done that the last turn. No, I did it backwards.
Place a house, sir.
I was like, I can't do that, but then I could have. I just didn't move to the right place.
You couldn't.
Yeah,
Where would you
could've.
move here then?
Yep. That's what I would have
Oh,
done.
and you. Well, that
I
was
wouldn't have done it there, but I'm saying I would have been one. Don't worry about it.
I see what you're saying.
There's another
Yes.
aspect of building where I would
yes.
have built.
I understand. You could have done 2 this
I
turn.
would. Well, no. I would have gone here, and then I would have
Got it.
prefected
Oh,
and
right,
got exactly
more
what
stuff.
I,
Exactly what
That
you
makes
needed.
sense.
Yeah. I'm going to prefect Hispania again, so I will get 2 cloth
Where's
Go,
Hispania?
go, go.
and a brick.
If I had only built.
Where's Hispania?
It's Spain.
Oh. Yeah.
I didn't
And
have to
Lincoln is
wait.
the prefectus magnus.
Senator. Brick and a tool.
Oh no, what are you taking?
Doing this architect, please.
Architect.
Boo.
And that's it. Just that one.
I had a plan.
The
Do
new
you
card
still have a plan?
is another
Colonist.
colonist. It's the
Same
same as the
thing.
rest, but it's. So he has
That's what you
2.
get, though.
I'm just going to
Food.
copy yours.
Food and two. Oh yeah, it's true.
Shoot. So, prefect,
Oh no, I can see what you're saying. Like you could take this colonist
you
if
doing,
you
Nick?
want.
and
Right.
I'm
Right.
gonna
Do Mauritania
activate
again?
Montana, so I get
Montana.
more Montana.
So
You
she
get an
gets.
extra
No,
tool.
no, no.
No,
Yeah.
not an extra tool. She just gets a tool and a stone. You have the prefix.
But she gets the bonus.
gets
the
2
bonus.
tools. and
My
a
bad. I thought you were giving her an
No, wait.
extra. Yes.
I'm trying to get some
Wood.
wheat
Well, then you
from
need
an
to do,
area I'm not in.
Then
No.
That's
Egypt.
Egypt is the only way to do it, and you get
Okay.
1 week by doing that.
All right.
Egypt.
Yeah.
Flip Egypt. Give her the food.
I don't know.
Egypt.
I don't know about that move, but
Well, you
there
want
it
the
was.
food. Yeah.
If you really want the food,
And
that's
she's
your
already
move.
used her merchant, so it's kind of the only way she can get it right now.
I'm an acta as well as a schmacta.
So I'm gonna
Smacked.
prefect. That's $3, or which I don't want to do. I will do in Dacia that will give me 2 stone. Oh wait, it gives me a lot of stone. Do I want to do that? No.
Yeah,
I
it gives
think-
you 3.
Yeah, I mean
3
3
Tools.
tools.
What about German? What about Germania? That,
That
gives
gives-
you 3 food.
Gives him 3
3
food.
food. I don't really want to do that. I got to pick someplace else if I'm going to do that. Well, I mean,
If you're looking for stone, yeah.
3 tools is not bad. Let's
Nope.
get that correct. Let's just go ahead and go 3 tools. Here you go, Nikki P.
You're a 3-tool player.
All right, I am gonna Mercator. Gets me 3. Then I will sell all my cloth for 14.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll buy something.
One thing, a bunch of stuff.
A bunch of one thing.
bunch of the boys were whooping it up. Ba-dum-ba-ba-dum-ba. Ba.
I'm gonna buy those 3 tools that Lincoln just sold. Or produced.
I just
you
got
just produced. All right,
15?
I
You
want to
spent
be
15?
Yeah.
Wow. Tribune.
Wow. Okay.
So here we go. 1, 2, 3,
Oh, we're doing the
4, 5,
craziness.
6, 7. I get $4. That's the first thing that happens.
Okay.
Then I get all my cards back.
Vista.
And then if I have a
Vista.
food and a tool, which I do,
Oh, you're gonna build some dudes.
I can build a guy. Do I want to be a boat?
It has to be
In
coming
Roma.
out of a room, though.
Right.
Do I want a boat or a guy?
That's where Italians come
Boat or a guy or a boat or a guy? What do I want? I think I want a boat. I think I want a boat or a guy. Ooh, do I want a guy?
Sailor.
Can we make a landlocked boat?
You can't hear. Look, this
No,
boat just makes this
No, it
circle.
gets out
Ah, that's too bad. That
That's the
isn't.
Black Sea.
No, I meant build a boat here and it
Basically.
can't go
Right.
anywhere.
I think I want the
just
boat.
to get it on the board.
Boat. And now I
Big
get to
fat
score.
boat.
Now we get to score.
Okay.
Let's do it in order. Vesta.
Dun, dun,
Hey.
You have less than $10
Nothing.
worth of stuff. Yes.
0.
Wow.
All right, Jupiter. I've got 2 of those.
Jupiters.
For every non-brick city, that is 1, a 2, not 2, a 3,
Two.
a 3.
Just 3?
So 3 and 3
Three
is
twice.
6.
Six.
6, please. Saturnus is for province. I am in 1.
You should have 2 Saturnus cards there, dude.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's a Mars.
I am in 2 provinces only, correct?
No. Yes.
Yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, please. 4 points. And then this is for production. I am on wine and cloth and brick and that. So that's 4
Wow,
times 2 is
nice.
8.
Nice.
8 points, please. And finally,
Nice.
for colonists, I have 3 colonists, and I will get 6 points, please.
So Dave's intermediate scoring is 24.
That's pretty good.
Done.
Fantastic.
More importantly, I get all my stuff back.
Right.
Boy, did I need it.
Okay.
Go to press friends and.
And I'm going to play my Smith.
The Smithy.
Smith. Produce tools in all of my tool
You
cities.
got 2.
All right.
So I get 2 tools.
2 tools that beat as 1.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's it.
I'm prefecting in Germania. It gives me 2 food.
Okay.
Flip it.
Over Germania.
I'm copying Lincoln's prefect with my diplomat and flipping Gallia for a food and a wine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, 7 coins. Do I want 7 coins?
It's pretty great.
It's not nothing.
I'm prefecting. Okay. Is it going to be Italy? Is it really going to be
Not
Italy?
Libya?
No, I don't think. Here's the deal. Here's my thinking, right? I would get 2 cloth and a wine, which is great, except that I don't.
You need other things. You need to
Yeah.
build.
In other words, right now I'm trying to think of just moving forward and building someplace, right? This would get
Give
me
you brick and food.
and a stone.
Yeah.
Right? I'd get all 3 things,
Yep.
which are the things that I kind of need to build, even though I give Nikki a stone, but she's got 2. Or tools, sorry. I don't know that tools help her. It just means that you guys could get more money. That's the thing.
Right.
I'm tempted to just take the money at this point. In fact, that's what
Listen, we probably don't even have prefects. You probably have the opportunity to do that again and get more money. Mm-hmm. I don't know
How
about
many cards do you have
Aaron.
left?
2.
One of which is your tribune, and you have 2.
Console, yeah.
And you
I mean,
played
you
your
can see mine.
diplomat. Oh, I see what you're saying.
I'm just
Yeah.
telling you, you're probably
You think
safe.
I could do it both?
I think he's right. I think
You're
you
just
could do.
spending
Probably
too
do it
much
3
time thinking about something
times.
you can easily do.
In that case, I'm going to diplomat the prefect. And I will do Libya.
Okay.
So let me have 2 cloth and a wine.
Did you do both your diplomats?
Why do you get 2
Yes.
cloth?
Thank you for pointing that out. I wasn't thinking of that.
What?
I get a cloth and a wine, and the bonus production in this is another cloth.
Is another cloth.
Yeah.
Got it. Are you done?
Thankfully, I am finally sorry.
No?
Well,
I
you
just
have-
Finally.
Yeah.
want to make sure. I play my mason. I only have 1
Mason,
brick.
Get a brick.
Thank you.
Brick house.
So I'm gonna colonist, which gives me a bunch of these dudes.
Okay. Yep. So yeah, you can do as many as you want. They can all go in Rome, as far as I can tell. It's just whatever you want to spend.
1,
Look at
2,
that.
3.
Woo.
God, that seems huge. Why wouldn't you always take that colonist if you could, if you're the star player? That seems so huge.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't know. Again, we haven't gotten there yet, right?
Sweet.
But again, him taking that colonist
Yeah.
opened up
This is
my
in the
being able
city.
to
Put it
take.
in the city, just
take
so-
I could
yeah,
take a
sorry.
diplomat, which lets me copy that colonist or
Yeah.
whatever else I want to copy.
That's partly why I wasn't sure if I wanted to play my diplomat. But I don't think you guys have anything I want to copy.
No,
at
I
this
think
point.
you're right. Well,
I would have, if I were you, I would have played the
I'm trying to
prefect.
copy that.
No.
If I were you, I would have played the prefect. Because then the diplomat gives you flexibility later.
But now I have 3 prefects.
I
The
realize
prefect
that,
is a
but
good card for
but
me.
we will all be getting, you'll be getting more opportunities at prefects because we will
Ouch.
all be getting new prefects.
I don't want you to play them. I want. I believe me.
Oh, I see what you're saying now.
The
Yes.
only reason to not play this is if I want a diplomat, a really great card that you guys play, like your 5 Cistern Mercator or
Right.
your consul. But I'm not at that point in the game. It's too early for me to do that. I'm doing what I'm doing now because.
Yeah, no worries. Go ahead.
I'm playing my console. I'm going to buy this Mercator for just the wine,
Yep.
not this extra good.
Ah.
And it only allows me to buy 1 card, so that's all.
And what color is? What was? That's
It
brown.
was brown. It
Which
was one
is-
of the. It's
Mercurius.
different types of
Got
goods.
it. Got it.
So and there's a console to replace it. A console that costs cloth. Or they all cost cloth.
They all cost cloth.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I keep expecting them to change more than they are.
2, 4, 6, 8.
Oh,
Is that what it is? Money?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll take the money. Wait, why would I do that? You guys are all going to Tribune again.
It's true. You can do it one more time.
I'm not.
should do it one
I
more
just
time.
bought another card.
Yeah, but it
Not
was
that it matters.
but it was a Mercator.
Yeah.
So you can't flip those. If I do something, you can't flip those. So
Right.
I will absolutely
Do something else.
yes. I will prefect again, and I will go here. I'll take a stone and a brick and food and a tool, and Nikki gets a tool. There you go.
Thank you, sir.
Done.
Yeah, those Italy places keep on pumping, don't
Yeah, they do.
Especially when
Interesting.
Dave keeps triggering it for you.
It's probably
Yeah.
a mistake. We'll see.
Maybe. Yeah.
Interesting.
All right.
I'm
I
not
am
buying new cards, which I think might be a mistake.
Maybe.
clearly
Tribunes.
my last card, Tribune.
Okay.
So what happens first?
Count them up. Bloop.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. She gets $6.
Sestertiac.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And do you want to build a colonist in Rome
Yes,
for a
I
tool and
sure
a food?
do. Tool and food.
Sure do.
Colonist boat.
Okay.
All right.
Next.
And then we score?
Now we go to the
Yep.
purple.
All right, you have 1.
No, I might. No.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I'm just pulling
But
them out.
she's got 10
Okay.
in tools,
10. Oh, that's
One
right. I
is
just gave her a
16.
point. I gave Rick a point. 10, 16,
22.
22 plus 5, 6. So she's at 30 something.
So she gets
3
three
points.
points for that one.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
How many blues?
But she just cost herself a point by buying the colonist. I still think you want to buy the colonist.
Yeah,
but that
the
knocked
colors
her
were
down.
2 points.
Oh, yeah, okay.
2.
How
At
many
least.
blues?
2.
All right. 2 blues is the non-brick city.
Non-brick cities.
Non-brick city.
1.
Bam, bam,
Two.
bam. That's it.
Yep.
So
Just
2
two.
each is
Yep.
4 total.
No,
makes
it's
6.
2 points. Yeah, 4 total. Thank you.
Makes 7. Right.
Yep. And then
And
Yeller.
Yellow
Yellow.
is provinces.
She's in 2 provinces.
And that's 2 yellow cards.
So,
So that's
4
4
more
points.
to 11.
Next is Brown for production.
And that's
She is
1.
on 2 different things.
Yes.
So,
So
4 points.
4.
4.
Getting 4 for everything.
Next is Mars for the
Mars.
colonists.
And she just got a third one, so that's 6 points.
Yep. And then finally your specialist.
And I got 2.
Nice. And you are
Wait,
on
no, but she's on
2 stone and a brick.
two tools and a brick, so that's 9.
Yep. 9 more points for Nikki P.
Total of 30.
And take all your cards back.
Thank you.
You are
And
welcome.
like you would say, choke on.
Hey.
No, I don't say
I'm
that.
teasing.
I don't
Okay,
say
so
that
I'm
any- I don't say that
tributing-
anymore.
I'm tributing as well.
How many
You
cards?
don't say that
30?
anymore? I bet you will say that again.
Count your
Uh-oh.
cards.
Tributing, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10, so you get 7. Sestertiac.
Yeah, that's correct. And then let's sort them out. So first is Jupiter, you said?
Vesta, purple.
Vesta, okay, purple. So I obviously have one.
Wait,
of
wait.
those.
You don't have the goods to build a
No.
colonist. I'm just making sure we step through
No,
it in the
I
right
did
order.
another thing with the other one.
Yeah. Okay, so you have less than $10 worth of goods
Right,
in
so
cash,
it's
so that's
nothing.
nothing.
Jupiter,
Jupiter, blue.
Jupiter. I have 3 of
Non-brick
those.
cities, he's in 1, 2,
Non-brick
times
cities.
Okay, so 6 points for those because he's got 3 of them. Saturn yellow is provinces, and he's also in 2 provinces, so 4 more, 2 for each of those 2 cards. Brown, Mercurius is production, and you produce 2 different types of
Times
goods.
2.
So 4 each is 8, makes 18. Mars orange is colonists, and you have 4?
I have
5.
No.
6. So
6, right?
No, 5.
1, yeah, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay.
So they're 10 each.
So 20 points.
Nice.
Wow.
It does seem huge.
All right. And I have one more thing to do before I Tribune, so I'm going to Mercator. I get $5, and I'm going to trade up to 2 types of goods. I think I'm just going to buy multiple things, yeah. I'm going to buy a brick for 3. And 2 foods
For 8.
for 8.
Okay, I'll take the money, please. Flip them all over.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You don't want to do that one more round, Dave?
So Mercator, so 3.
You're not going to copy mine?
No.
Okay.
I thought about it.
I got it. 3 sisters.
Okay. I want to buy food.
Wait, did I? Oh, it's too late. I didn't want to do that, but I did.
So food is 4.
You didn't want the money?
It's a learning game.
Yep.
Let him.
But
figure
we
out
all
a
can get
strategy.
the money now at this
No.
point.
That's fine.
No, I
ahead.
can't. But
Go ahead.
he did it.
I did it. Go.
Go.
What are you going to buy or sell?
I am buying food. So there's 4.
There's your food.
And I'm going to sell a tool for 5.
Tool for 5.
Done.
I'm going to diplomat the prefect. And I'm going to get...
Yeah, but almost rather you get the money, right, than being able to flip all those over again in the places where you guys each have good stuff. Mm-hmm. The only advantage is that Aaron can't flip stuff over for good stuff right now because he has no room for it.
And I only have 1 card.
Oh, that's a tribute. That's true. Oh wow, look at all those colonists coming out. Holy crap.
No, you can only do 1 with the Tribune
Oh,
card.
that's true. Phew. Still, holy crap.
I am going to...
Paris, France.
Paris, France, and.
Oh.
I am going to...
We just love doing that. I know you do.
I'm going to... Actually, I'll just prefect my own in case I need to...
Prefect your own.
Prefect my own.
Prefect.
So I'm going to do Germania again, which just gives me wheat.
2 food, right?
Yeah, 2 food.
1 for the bonus and 1 for
Yep.
the city.
Here you go.
Might as well go for it. I need the wheat.
Food.
Tremendous
Food,
amount of
whatever
wheat.
that is.
All right, Aaron.
All right, I have no choice.
Hey, but look at this.
but
Look at this. I got so much space.
Yep.
You got a lot of space in that warehouse. To Tribune,
Okay.
I take back my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cards. So I
$8.
get 8 sestertii.
This seems good to me.
Nice.
But again, he had extra turns.
I had that's why I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Okay,
will
score
build
now.
a colonist in Rome,
Okay.
and I'm going to build a foot walking colonist,
Okay.
and then Vesta. 10, 18, 24, 34, 38. Almost got to 4 points. So
3 points.
3
3
for
points.
Vesta. Jupiter. I have 3 Jupiters, which is non-brick cities. They're 1 point each. So
Wow.
3 points.
Okay.
Yeah, I did not do well on some of these categories.
Yep.
Saturn is provinces. I'm in 2 provinces.
Okay.
And I have 4 of those cards.
Wow.
So that's 8 points. Mercury is types of production, and I have 2, of course. So those are 4 points each. So 8 more is 22. And Mars is colonists, which I just bought my 3rd one, so that's 6 points. Giving me a glorious 3rd place.
So
Oh,
we have
wow.
now done our first game only interim scoring. Lincoln is ahead, so he would get $2. Nikki is next, so she would get 1 coin, dollar, cistern, whatever. And then
Rich.
reset all the scores back to 0.
So all the scoring comes at the end, and that was just sort of a
Right. The
check-in to see how we're
The
doing.
next time we played this game, we would not do this.
Right. And that was my turn,
Why did they
Dave.
give you the money?
Yeah, it's a little odd.
The what, the $2?
Yeah.
It's just to reward you for playing well. I don't know. I'm a Tribune. And I have 4 cards, so I get $1.
You're tribuning with 4 cards?
I get $1.
Okay.
And I will not put a guy there, and I'm done.
He really wants to do something.
I want all my cards back.
No. Oh, and you only score intermediate scoring. You don't do that.
We're done.
Okay.
End of turn.
Fair enough.
End of line. I'm architecting.
I want my cards back.
I hear you. I understand.
There's something in there.
I want all
Look
the cards
at
I
that
just
face.
played.
It's glowing.
I have to figure out what my next 15
I'm gonna
card plays are.
architect. Now, I've got 3 dudes, so now I can move 3 spaces instead of just 2.
Correct.
So my boat moves 1,
Yep.
and my guy is gonna move. Oops.
Was he in Rome
He's
still?
gonna kick people. No, he was here.
Okay.
So 1.
2?
Do I want to go that way
I don't
or
know.
down? I want to go down.
I don't know what you
So there.
want. Okay.
Fantastic. That's it. That's all I can do.
No, you
Oh,
can
wait,
build
I
now.
can build.
Yeah. That's
The
why
reason,
you did
it's
it.
the reason you did it, in
That
theory.
is kind of the reason I did it. So I will be building my wheat colony. So I
Okay.
need a wheat and a brick
Yep. Wheat and a brick and
and
$2.
$2.
Okay, there's that. That guy goes there, I assume. Unless you want him to go here.
No.
All right. You get to keep building.
Yeah, I
You can build the...
No.
No, you're right.
no, I can't.
Okay. Done.
I can't.
You could have built... Oh, never mind.
No.
Wait, where did you place houses?
You have a brick and a
Just
stone
here.
and a brick and a wine. Could you have gotten either of those
I don't
from
think so.
here?
Yeah, she could have got to this one.
No, she can only move 2 from here.
Yeah, because
She already
I
moved the boat.
The boat
Oh,
won.
The
the
guy
boat
could have
moved.
only moved 2.
And the guy was here. And
Yeah.
he
No,
has
he
to
was-
go
yeah.
this way.
Yeah. So you
'cause
could
he
have
was
gone...
on that path.
You could have gone 1, 2 if you wanted to, and you could have built... No, that's food. Nope. You did. Never mind then. I take everything back.
So you just built this one here.
I just
Yep.
built.
in my Spain.
Yep.
All right.
Can't just be your Spain.
Well, it was before.
Well, it's not anymore.
Lady of Spain.
I'm gonna architect, and it lets me move. I can move up to 5.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this,
That's 2.
and I'm going to build.
Why don't you move the boats since you have some free movement?
Oh yeah, might as well. Get out
1,
of there.
2.
You can go far.
3, 4, and 5.
Okay.
So I will build in Dacia. I'm going to build brick,
Food and a coin,
food and a coin,
and then Germania for a food and a coin.
and in Germania for food and a coin. You're reading my mind. Can you read my
Was it
mind?
that or here for food and 2 coins?
There you go. Would you put that over there, please?
All right. End of turn.
I'm also going to architect, but I don't know where I'm going to go just yet.
Okay.
I can go 3 because I have 3 colonists, so I'll just go 1, 2, 3. And I will build, I think I'm going to build both of these, even though this only costs an extra $1 because it's a brick city. So I'm going to
Because
build
it's a brick.
the brick city.
City.
Sorry. The brick city costs just a food and $2 because Lincoln's already built there. Right?
Sure.
Correct.
And this costs me a brick and a food and $2.
Correct.
Done, sir.
I will Mercator.
Mercator. 3 coins, please.
And then I will sell. Do I want to sell the tools? I think that I want to sell the tool. Oh, I want everything. You never want to get rid of anything in this game.
No, you don't.
Right?
2 brick and a food. Maybe I'll just buy 2 brick and a food. That'd be 10, right? What does that leave me with? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That leaves me with 10. 2 brick and a food. Is that what I want to do? Sure. I'll stop thinking about it.
2 brick and a food is what you sold. You want the brick.
Done. I'll stop thinking and just do it.
It's a pretty full warehouse you got there.
Thanks. Puff, 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 puff.
I'm prefecting, so I also get that
You get a
thing.
bonus.
Bonus. All right, Hispania.
So you get 2 cloth and your food.
2 cloth and a food, and you get a brick.
Yep.
Boo!
You're gonna root against me the
Just a
entire game.
brick.
You took
just
my
because
card.
I took
You
your
took my
one
card.
card.
What do you get? 2 cloth, Nick?
I got it. 2 cloth
2
and a
cloth and a food.
food. And pass the Magnus to Dave.
Woot!
And choke on it.
It's his thing now.
I'm choking on it. Did we flip that?
No,
No, we did not.
Hispania.
There we go.
I'm gonna prefect again, I guess. Oh wait, let me think. Maybe I do Dacia. That gives me.
Yeah, I like that.
Don't give Aaron stuff.
Oh yeah, he's 2 things in there, isn't
Yeah.
he?
Yeah, but then I'll do it next time.
No.
You'll get the extra
You
stuff.
won't do that for me.
Sure, I will.
Hex.
It's my best
Hex.
location. I'm spread out here. That's where I doubled up.
hex.
It would give me. I need brick though. That's the problem. I will get a brick
And
and
2 tools.
2 tools.
Do it.
Don't do it.
Do it, baby,
Do it.
baby.
Don't do it.
Baby, baby.
Yeah, it's tough to get brick to be the bonus, right? They both have to. Everything in that country has to be brick. It's the lowest.
There's literally no way to do it.
What if these were both brick?
That's why they have different. Oh no, they don't put 2 together.
Of course they do. Look. We just didn't put them out. They're in the
Oh,
box.
there's other ones. Okay,
Yeah,
it
they're
is
in the box.
possible. All right.
Absolutely.
I thought it was literally
No,
impossible.
they're in the
No,
box.
no,
Okay.
there's some extras.
There could be more cloth, for example, than those 2.
I
It
see.
just worked out that way.
No, there couldn't. There's 3, and there's only 3 cloth cities, and cloth is always the most expensive.
There might be another one in the box that we don't know about.
From these, there's more of these too.
There might be. We don't
What?
know.
Yeah, there's more of this.
This is crazy.
I'm gonna do it anyway. Screw it. So let's do
pain.
Dacia.
I think that's fine.
I need.
He
those
needs it.
goods.
I know.
So you get 2
two
tools
and
and a
a
brick. I get food and a brick.
So Dacia's flipped.
Just kills me.
It's great.
It just
Well, I hope you
kills
pay
me.
me
Lovely.
back, but I doubt you will.
No, I mean, did you flip it?
Yes.
I have no reason not to when I need those goods.
Right, but if, for example, you wanted to snake a colonist from him, you could now, right? He just gave you the food to do that.
What do you mean snake a colonist?
You could take this for food, right? I'm just saying.
That card is right on top of my deck. Or I could take this, the farmer, which gives
Right.
me extra stuff too.
But just for food, right?
Farmer and
Yeah.
the cowman.
Are you even on
I'm on 2
friends.
food
Oh,
already.
Fair enough.
I'm going to.
I don't know what it's doing.
I'm going to use Senator to buy this
No one
farmer
did, I
card
don't
for
think.
regular price, food and brick. I think that's all I can buy. It is all I can buy. So shift.
New card.
Something
hold on.
wonderful.
Prefect is the new card. Go, Dave.
All right, architect it is. So I have 3, so I'll go 1, 2. And for my third movement, I will go a 3. A 3. And then I'm going to build both of these. So stone, food, brick, brick, and oh no, yeah, stone, food, brick, brick, plus $5.
Cool.
Got a monk.
Go on your P.
What a
He's
boy.
building it on the side.
End of a turn.
Oobadoo. I am diplomating that,
Architect.
the architect, and I am moving. Let's see. Okay, 1, 1. I don't know where to go.
You can't go to the south, and you can go that way or that way.
All right, and then I build
Cloth,
Cloth Town. Cloth Town.
brick and a cloth, not a food and a cloth. Brick and a purple and
And
$5.
$5. $5.
Place your house.
And My brick situation. Why?
It's a brick.
Because you didn't build a lot of brick to generate it, I guess.
Right.
But
I
I
have the same
got-
problem. That's why I bought a bunch of brick.
I hear you.
Can I?
I heard you.
Yeah, I'm done. I can't.
No, that was fun. That was
do
fun. You got a
anything
cloth.
except brick.
You got a cloth town.
It's your turn, Link.
I'm gonna Mercator,
Mercator.
and I'm gonna take
Pretty
three
sure it's
Jahres
Mercator.
I have no idea.
$3.
All right.
or 3 Sisteri or whatever. 3 Sisteri.
Sister, yeah.
And
then-
Sisterti.
And what are you gonna buy?
Sisterti. And then I'm gonna get some goods. I need 2 brick and 2 food, so that's 14 Jahres, I believe.
8 plus 6 is 14.
Here we go. Let's do it that way.
Done and done.
Thank you.
And I'm going to prefect Asia.
Oh, thank you. 3 tools.
I
Wow.
get 3 tools.
3 tools. The beat is 1.
3 anvil tools.
I'm gonna do that same exciting moment thing.
Same exciting
I'm
moment.
gonna prefect Libya. Oh, Libya. Have you
so
prefect Libya? I get a cloth and a wine, and a cloth and a cloth.
Yeah, you do.
And you can, sir, do what you know.
Your turn, Nicky P.
Enjoy it. And
Yes.
You mean flip it over to this cooler side that has the pictures?
I
on
would
it?
like you to enjoy that card with hardiness and hail hardiness.
What's Nikki gonna do?
I'm prefecting.
Aw, baby, you are prefect.
Ah,
Prefect gal.
jeez. So
Where at? Not Hispania.
I know. I know. I can't do Hispania.
You can't.
Hispania.
It's already
Hispania.
Italia.
No, this
That
joint.
Yeah,
What's it
that's
called?
all. It's all
Which one?
hers. Marv Rettentonia.
Marvitange.
Mauritania.
Mavritania.
Mauritania. It's a U.
Mauritania.
Mauritania.
course it's a you.
Mauritania.
She gets a
You be quiet.
She gets a tool and a brick.
And a tool.
Okay. It's a tool and a brick and a tool.
Thank you.
Wow.
I
Now
got
there's
stuff.
money. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10.
I will diplomat the prefect and take the $10.
Yeah.
$10. Wow.
Sister.
Nice.
Wait,
Sisterti.
is it 10?
Yeah.
Is that a
it was 10.
1?
I
It was
counted.
10. I counted.
Okay, I thought it might be 11.
Basically the same as what Dave did. I think it's probably the exact same.
It probably is because we're not prefecting these regions that we haven't built up on a little bit. I'm gonna console and buy this architect for just a tool.
Ooh, wow.
You are a tool.
That's right, I bought it for a tool.
Come on, something that I want.
Diplomat.
Oh, I don't have a food. No one. Oh, Lincoln's got a food. Nikki's got a food.
I got a
Your
food.
turn, Dave.
I was gonna console, but now I could diplomat. The question is, do I care? Okay, if I were gonna diplomat something, what would it be?
If I were gonna.
If I were king of the forest, I think I'm gonna
I'd-
just diplomat
I'd-
your. Oh wait, doesn't matter. If I do it, you can do it anyway. So I will diplomat your
Right.
console, and I will spend a wine
A claw. Oh, a wine.
for that Mercator, please.
Sure. Revealing a prefect at the end.
Your turn, Nick.
Yeah.
It's a little interesting that Mercator is the only card that seems different here than the one in your starting hand.
Yeah.
The Mercator gets better. Everything else is the same.
It's 5 instead of 3.
Yeah.
Well, wait. Doesn't the colonist there?
Well, good, but that doesn't
Fine.
exist.
Doesn't exist.
It's
Doesn't
new.
exist in your starting hand, is what
Yeah.
he's saying.
Okay.
Right,
Gotcha.
other than your base edition one. And the,
Well,
the console's new. of
Is that a
course.
4 or a 3 that you just flipped over? Look at the back of it.
Oh, I don't know. It is a 4.
So we're into the 4 deck, and
Right.
those are the same, though. The point is that is the same.
The same as every other prefect.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I'm senator.
I think we're going to come up on the end of the game a lot sooner than we expect.
maybe.
Yeah, the deck's
Senator.
almost gone.
Yeah. We have to sell 11 more cards in the game's over.
Senator, I am going to be buying the vineyard dude thing.
Okay.
This thing?
Vintner.
Vintner. So there's a brick and a
Yep. Wine.
wine,
wine.
and then I'm also going to be buying the weaver for a brick and a cloth and a
Tool.
tool.
Interesting.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did that cost a claw? Okay, because of the Weaver.
We have a colonist and a diplomat. Oh, but look, see, these diplomats have different bonuses on them. They're not all exactly the same. These colonists are both Mars, but the diplomats are like wild.
Got it.
Different.
In the streets?
So I'm gonna
They're wild in the streets.
Senator as well. So that gives me I'll take that one for a food.
Yeah, that's
And,
joyous.
What is it? What is it?
colonists.
Oh.
You can take the other
Yeah.
colonists too, right?
And then a food and something else. Yeah, I'll do that.
Oh,
I mean, unless you need the food for
That
that,
is a-
that seems like a huge scoring opportunity.
oh, that's so
Yeah.
huge. He just got so many points out of that.
Well, here's the deal. He just needs to get one more colonist.
I know, but it's already, he just bought 20 points.
Yeah, it's true.
20, and probably 24. All right, that's it. These are the 7 cards.
So once these-
Consul and Architect. Once they're all done, the game will end soon.
Yipes.
I told you, it's going to end
Yeah,
quick.
all of a sudden it's like
gets me the
we're
most?
pretty
It
much done.
accelerates.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ugh, that doesn't give me that many points.
All right, I can't do that. I'm going to Prefect.
Because you're a perfect kind of guy.
Prefect Gallia.
Yeah, choke on it.
Gets me 2 wine.
Where's Gallia?
It's France. And a feud.
Nice.
What's a feud? Oh, food.
Feud. And it gets everybody else nothing.
Sweet.
Go.
I guess I'm gonna Mercator. I will Mercator. You've got the cutest little Mercator. Bum, 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 bum. All right, I'm going to sell. I don't know that I need these cloths anymore, right? So let me sell. Although there are points at the end of the game for my stupid Minerva. If I sell 2 of them, I'm just going to look at that. I will sell. No, I'm going to sell all 3 of them. And I am going to buy 1, 2, 3, 4 food, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 16, 10, 15, 16. Is that what I'm going to do? No, 1 less. I'll buy 3 food, and I'll probably regret it later. For 12. $2, please.
$3, please?
$3, please.
I mean, you can screw that up if you want, but
Thank you.
put that 1 over in that pile. I mean, I've been playing his game, I think, is really what's going on. I'm playing his game, and it's probably going to do
All
a
right.
good job.
14. 5. Okay. I will buy 1 more food. Since
Smith?
Nikki didn't go yet.
Smith.
Smith. You get tools.
Yeah, I get 1,
2.
2. That's it.
2 tools.
I'm going to colonist for another 10 sesterce. I don't know what the heck it is. Give me that 10, please.
What are you doing?
Colonist.
Oh, okay.
10. Just give me an X. Give me an X.
You mean X?
A bouncy X.
Give me an X. A bouncy X.
I'm going to Mercator. I take 3.
Sweet.
I'm going to sell 2 tools for 10. And I'm going to buy a cloth for 7. So I get 3 more.
Your turn, Dave.
But I will cancel for food. Take this. Diplomat. Done.
Yeah.
Your turn, Nick.
Weaver. It's just my 1.
Cloth.
Yeah.
It's free, basically.
you.
I'm going to colonist. Another 10.
Ooh.
Nice.
What's he going to do with all this cash?
Oh no.
Your turn.
He's gonna go crazy. It's gonna be exciting.
I'm going to Mercator again. I get 5 sesterce. I'm going to sell a wine for 6. And I'm going to buy 3 brick for 9. I'm gonna
Yeah.
make that 4. I'm going to buy 1 more brick.
I didn't need the. I didn't need that extra food.
Wait,
I'm
you
now
did need
regretting.
it.
I'm now regretting it. But Celebi and a Saligaire. What's on the board, please? Colonist, Weaver, and
Merchant.
Mercator. Oh, I kind of feel like I should just Tribune now and get everything back. Tribune now? 1, 2, 3, 4. It would give me $5. It would take a turn. I could drop that guy. colonists are what color? The Mars ones, right?
Yeah, they're all that.
The color
Orange
that I
or
have. All right, fine. I don't care about 2 points. I will. Where am I going next? That's what I don't remember.
They're next.
Can I sell back a brick since you haven't
Yeah, go ahead.
chosen a roll? I'm taking 3 brick instead of 4. Taking my $3, 3 cesters back.
All right, I'll prefect.
Yeah.
I will prefect, and I will go in Italy, please. Can you flip Italy?
Prefect.
I'll get a stone,
A tool.
a tool, and wheat, and a brick.
Nikki gets a tool.
And I get another.
Look at all those tools she's got. You need to sell them or something.
I'm gonna Mercator.
Wait, it's not your
would-
turn.
Oh, sorry.
I just said
Yeah,
Nikki's
yeah,
name.
I know.
She didn't take
Wow,
a turn.
I really
Okay.
did not need that extra food. Yeah.
So I'm not going to
You
use
just
this
said you
one.
did need it. Now
No, I
And
did-
I'm
I
just
didn't.
going to do the Tribune.
Yep.
So how many
So
cards
this does
did you?
not count?
Correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. She gets $7. Do you want to drop a guy? Or you don't have
I
a
don't
food?
have a-
You do.
Yes,
Food
you
and a
do.
tool. Do you want to drop a guy? Would cost you a
Oh,
food
it
and
is
a
a
tool.
food and a tool. Yes.
Okay.
I was like, I don't have brick. Blah. But I don't need brick for that. He has to be dropped in Roma,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that
That
one
is
does,
correct.
sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Take your cards.
Okay.
And that's it, right?
And then we turn. No,
No,
we don't do,
that.
any of
Only-
that.
That's only for
It's
that
just that
intermediate.
one
That's-
weird interim.
Okay,
schmiggity
good.
I'm
that we
gonna Mercator, so I get 5. And then I am going to buy,
18 cloth.
no,
He's got so much money.
did. Go to Paris, France.
I'm gonna buy 3 wine and 1 fabric for 25.
3 wine and 1 cloth. yeah.
He's going to do that, isn't he?
Thank you.
I'm gonna architect. This little Italian goes 1, 2, 3, and I
where I wanna
build
go.
both of those.
Exactly where
Sweet.
I was gonna go.
Sweet.
That's where I was going to go. Now I don't have to worry about it.
Wine and cloth and 2.
Now I
brick
don't have to
and-
worry about it. That makes
And all
things,
my money.
That makes things so much easier for me.
All good. You got so. Oh, you still have
so
enough money
happy.
to go wherever you want, really.
I just can't go here.
Oh, right. Can you? But you can go further. Go there.
Yeah, it's true.
You have lots of movement too that I don't have.
Do you have the money to build in those 2 spots?
Yeah, look at that. Actually, this one will cost 10. He can still do it. Yeah, if he's got the
Wow.
stuff, he can do it.
That's nice.
I know.
Wine. 4.
Whose turn is
This is killing me.
Having an extra food to blocking your warehouse.
It's everything
You
about it
poor
is killing
thing.
me.
Wow, I know. So sad.
6. Okay.
it? My people are starving, and
I will Tribune. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $6. And I drop the guy here.
Your turn, Nick.
okay,
Have a dollar.
I am diplomating Lincoln's
Mercator.
Mercator, so I get 5.
5. Give her 5, please. What are you gonna buy?
And then I'm going to buy a whole bunch of stuff. Can I buy 2 types of goods?
Yes, if you haven't sold anything, you got your $5. You can buy 2 types.
Yeah. I want a wheat and a brick.
That's 9. Just 1 of each.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
No, I'm sorry. It's 7. It's 7, but it's still. Do you want any more, or just those 2?
Those 2 items.
Right.
No, wait.
Let her think about what she wants to
Messed
spend
it
them
up.
on.
I messed it up. I'm sorry.
All right. No, not for
I
that.
need a wine
All right, it's just
So,
2
in-
more dollars.
instead of the food.
Yeah. 2 more bucks.
What's that
It's my turn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna architect. 1, 2, 3.
Wait. That's a road, right? Okay. Thank you.
He's standing on it.
Yep. Oh, of course.
No, it's messy up there.
Yeah, it is.
There was another one. I was
Yep.
like, what?
4,
That's not a
5.
road?
And
Yeah, that's right. You could drop all kinds of crap if you had the
I'm
money.
going to
He only has 2 bricks. He
Right.
can drop. He can still drop the 2 of his choice.
No, you could
I'm
build a
gonna
food
do-
too if you wanted to.
He doesn't have a third
we could
brick.
build a- oh,
he
you're
could
right.
build a brick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna build these 2, so that's 5. Oh wait, let's just do it that way. 9, and that's I need this and this.
No, you
and
have to
this
pay an
and
extra
this.
5, so
Oh,
it's actually
there we go.
14.
Here's the goods.
Hey, it's the good, see?
Here's the goods, you.
Thank you.
Your change, sir. Okay.
Mess that up.
Bang. You about to say
What you need to
shoot.
do is you need to do this so that we can get.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I told you I would. So, I get a brick, a wheat, and a tool, and you get a brick and a tool. No.
Yeah, brick and
Yeah, brick and a tool. You're blue.
Nice.
Yay.
Brick and a
goodies.
tool.
I don't really need it, but
Brick
I'll
and a
take it.
food and a tool.
I will prefect
Wow, it's gonna be some money again up here.
here. What's my best bet?
That's a really good one for you.
I'll prefect here. I'll take 2 cloth and a wine.
Yipes.
Yeah.
Your turn, Nick.
Smith. So that's
Mason.
Mason, sorry. 1 brick.
I'm tribuning.
Nice.
So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I get 9. And
Cannot drop a
nope,
columnist.
I cannot drop a
All right,
columnist.
your turn, Aaron.
I'm going to diplomat your prefect and take the $7.
Okay.
Oh, you bastard! I was hoping it could get to me.
I need it. I
He's
really,
got
I
a
have
whole
no
deck
money.
of cards, so maybe he'll do another prefect.
What are you thinking you're doing?
I'm thinking of taking 2 cards
Okay.
before someone else takes them. The problem is they don't score a lot of points for me.
Then they
Yeah.
don't score points for other people.
That speeds up the game, too.
This one potentially scores points. It does speed up the game. That's the thing I'm not sure I want to do.
Okay.
That's my problem right now. So I will not do that. I will architect instead. I will move this guy. Wait, where's my boat? I have 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yo ho.
Yes, because you have 2 left in your warehouse.
Oh. I can't get to where I want to get to. Because I was looking at that as connecting. And it doesn't.
Which one?
I can't get to connections over there because my boat cannot travel fast enough. Mm-hmm. Sorry, everybody. That changes all kinds of things for me. Boy, that sucks.
Where's your boat?
It's down there.
Yeah.
Here?
Yeah.
Yellow.
I was trying to build here and here.
3.
From there.
What about?
It's
I
way
can't
too
get
far.
above.
It's way too far.
I thought I could just go
about
bloop,
going
You
right
thought there
here
was a
and building
Panama Canal through France?
Why don't you go here and build here?
because that doesn't get me the same thing. I'm trying to get into 2 different regions. I can go here.
Yes.
Can you walk it?
Cloth, but
You're
that's
right here. You can walk it.
Go ahead, walk it for me. No, I can't get to here.
That's water.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, you want those 2 places.
Yeah.
In fact, you literally can't get to there.
All right, so there's 2. So hang on. That's a brick. That's a brick. Oh, that cloth is going to be so expensive. So that's going to be 3. That's going to cost me
Don't do it.
13.
Don't do it.
There's 13. All right, so hang on. Boom, boom. That. That's 13. I can build food someplace. So that's 2 of my 4, correct?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, is that food?
Yeah.
That's the other 2 of my 4. And that's gonna,
Right.
no, I want to build on brick, sorry. I'm sorry, I'm just reading
all right,
it,
it's all
I'm
right.
reading it wrong. Can I get to brick somewhere? Yes, I can get to brick here.
Here.
Oh, I'm in Germany. Can I get to brick where I'm not,
You
Aaron?
can get your own brick.
And that's his own. He doesn't
Where are
want
you
it.
at in Germania?
Oh, that's not Germany.
That is not
That's not
Germania.
Germania.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done. All right, so I will build for a brick and a cloth and 10. That gets me this.
Oh.
And then for a brick and a stone and 3.
That would be awesome if you had
That
to
gets
pay
me
me.
this. And
Yeah, I
then
know.
for a food and $2, that gets me this. A brick, sorry, thank you. Thank you, everybody. End of turn.
Okay, I'm architecting.
God, that was tricky.
See how far I can get. I want to build.
What do you want to build?
Well,
Something with tools?
I don't know if I have
Let's
enough to do this because now he's snaked that.
Yep.
So let's deal with
Yep.
the wine.
I thought about that instead.
So there's that.
And $4. Well, you got plenty of money, right?
Yeah. 4. And then I do want to build that. So
It's
can
going to
I?
cost you $6
I
plus
don't
the
have enough.
stuff.
I do. What am I talking about?
Yeah, you do.
6 plus that. That
Okay.
builds both places.
Yep.
So that builds here. And wine. I can't build that. I don't have brick. No, I don't have food. That's it.
This whole game, I thought I can walk on that little path.
What, is there anything else I can do?
You didn't move any of your colonists. Do
I
you want to
didn't.
move any just in case you want to build somewhere else? Like, do you want to sail this guy down there
Yes.
somewhere just in
Yeah.
case, right?
So I got.
You got 4 movement points.
Four more
yeah,
to go?
because I just did
Yeah,
that
she didn't
guy.
move
I didn't move
anything.
anything.
Oh,
I
wow.
built where
She was
I
already
was.
ready to build.
We'll go
Go here.
two,
or
three,
something.
4.
Yeah.
Just
That's
in
a good
case,
place.
Sure. So, at the least, it might block Dave.
It's true. Or Aaron or Aaron.
I don't,
Well,
my boat's way on the other side of the
Oh,
world.
that's Lincoln.
Brick
you're
and
you're right.
food have
Though
been
that's
a
a water thing.
major struggle.
Senatoring.
Senator. Wine and other.
Go. Slide him.
And they get cheaper. I screwed this up, I believe. I'm tribuning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Look at
10,
you.
11, 12.
You
That's
are set.
9 doll hairs. And I'm not going to build a colonist, even though I could.
Okay.
Yep, go.
I feel like I'm going to buy 2 cards and set Lincoln up. Oh no, or set Nikki up. All right, here we go. I am going to Senator. Actually, I guess. So you want to use the diplomat just in case?
It's going to be over.
Boo.
Because Nikki's can
but yeah.
buy.
You can buy the
these
last
too.
2 cards
can
if
buy
you
the last
want,
2
and it's
cards.
worth 7
I
more
know.
points to you.
Yeah.
Or,
that's what you
but
should
here's the
do.
deal: if not, Lincoln can. She might not want to. She gets 2 turns if she doesn't. The minute you buy the last 2 cards, you still get a
think buying
turn.
the
Yeah, I
2
know.
cards is way better than another
Yep.
turn.
I
I
agree.
agree.
I
Even
I
one
also
card
agree.
is
Yeah.
better than
Because
it's
right,
going to be over.
because right now, what really
Food.
matters is having a whole bunch of.
Well,
The
ones that you
points.
score well for, yeah.
Well, at this point, it doesn't matter.
Actually, hang on. I can buy this card out from you guys, and then you can't buy these because neither of you guys have food.
Okay.
But then you give those both to me.
That might be okay with me, right?
Yeah.
On the other hand, the blue is worth what again? Blue is cities that aren't brick.
Just,
Really?
are you going to count it all up?
I'm in 7 provinces, so it's exactly the same. So I will buy the 2 cheapest ones
Okay.
and allow the game to be ended.
Your
You see
turn.
what I'm saying, though, right?
I understand.
There's a chance that
I guess.
You want both
Cloth
of
and
them?
a tool and a tool. Of
Yeah.
course she does, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I think she should do.
Of
all
course
right, Lincoln,
she
you
should.
get another turn.
Yeah, really.
We all do.
We all do, except for Nikki.
I will. Okay, so it's,
There was something I just didn't want to overly crazy with.
I
it.
hear
There was
you.
something we said for leaving the food out that no one else could get, but Aaron or me, right?
Right.
Aaron doesn't want to do that. I think he wants to
I don't know.
architect on his next turn.
I think whatever these were, they
You at
need
the
more
bottom?
points. Yeah, I'd have to.
Yeah, I
In fact,
agree.
I'm upset that I didn't buy more cards
Me
already.
too.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have bought more. If
I
I
screwed
could've,
up.
you know, but I did what I could. I knew
Right.
that I had to get that wine if I was going to buy anything. Well, I'm not going to sit here and calculate what's the best thing to do. So I will.
Well, you can't build a colony, right?
Why
No,
not?
'cause you have
Oh,
no
yeah,
brick
yeah.
or no food.
Yeah, yeah,
So you might as well just prefix something, right?
yeah. So let me have.
Unless I'm missing the boat. No pun
It's
intended.
Prefect Britannia. Gives me 2. Doesn't that count at the end? Does the goods count to anything?
Right. You are giving him a
Because
cloth
they
too,
give you
but-
cash
Yeah.
based on the. They give you at least
Yeah.
like a
Yeah,
point.
it
or
gives
so.
me 2 cloths though.
Oh, it gives you 3 cloth.
3 cloths. Oh yeah, because I'm.
Because
Nice.
it's-
Oh, that's
yeah.
absolutely your best.
And I
one.
had
Yeah.
thought about
3 cloth and a wine.
if
Yeah.
that mattered.
Nice. And Aaron gets a cloth.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's 4 points. He just picked
See,
up
I
4
don't know
points.
if doing that was.
I think it was. I think it was.
I
pretty
think
good.
the 7 points is better than anything.
And
you're
what
gonna
you
do.
just got in those cards.
Well, because I could have gotten more goods in my storehouse.
So
I
what?
don't know.
Then the game
I
will be
really
over.
like this game.
Me too.
It's
Okay.
really neato.
Yeah, me too.
You might be right, Nikki P.
I don't know.
Aaron, take your last turn.
I know. I have to architect, but I just need to figure out where I can build the most good stuff.
Okay. I'm absolutely just going to prefect because I don't think there's anything else I can do that gets me points.
Ask him that afterwards.
The other reason I didn't also link was if I spent this to stop you guys from buying the card,
Okay.
I'm throwing away $7, which is going to get me a point.
Two
at the end.
there and one there.
Should I?
I'm just stacking them up. It doesn't matter. We
Right.
just score them. There's
I was
no.
gonna put them in order.
This-
Oh yeah, you can split them up. That's a good.
Let's see.
idea.
The cloth costs me. I can do
Just
it.
need to see
This
the order.
cloth city cost me $10 plus the stuff.
Yep.
This brick city cost me 2 plus a food,
Yes.
and this brick city cost me 3 plus a food.
Nice.
Yeah, gets me into 3 new provinces.
Oh, that sucks because that's good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not as good as it should be if I'd been buying the right cards.
Still.
All right,
And, hey,
and you're gonna give me a cloth?
I'm going to give you a victory point. So I'm going to go here for 2 cloth and a wine. And technically flip Libya, just in case. Nikki-
Just in-
Oh, Nikki doesn't have another turn.
Right.
We're all done.
I wish I
Okay,
did.
so we score it up.
So should we score a player or each? Oh, we have to do each card one by one, basically, right? So we have to score a full player and then a player.
All right.
Let's
Do
score.
we?
Yes. Why can't we all just do the?
We could all
Vestas
just do our
first?
Vestas.
Do
Yeah.
All right, let's do that.
Vestas.
So 21, 22, 28. 2 points for yellow.
And I have 16, so 1 for red.
I just have
Yep.
5,
One
6,
for red.
7, so I don't get anything.
Correct.
1 for
11.
red.
21 more.
32.
32, 42, plus 11 more, 50. He gets 5.
Nice.
Yeah, he has
Blue
$53.
gets
for
5.
blue.
Out the
awesome.
gate running.
Yep.
All right, what's the next one?
Jupiter.
And that is
Blue.
no brick cities.
No brick cities. Do. I have 4.
I have 4. But
I have 4.
But how much are they worth?
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't count this card.
No brick cities.
No brick cities.
That's brick, right? I have 7. So 7 times 4 is 28.
Yes, it is.
28 for yellow.
And I have the same, so put me
Yes.
at 29. Red 29.
Give me that.
Red 29. I believe I have 6.
I believe you have 6 too. I was counting
1,
multiple
2, 3,
players.
4, 5, 6.
I have 4. So what is it? Count multiplied times?
6 times
However
4
many
is
of these cards you
24.
have. Sorry.
24.
And you have how many?
6 or 7?
24.
4 times.
16.
No, he's got 3 cards.
Oh. 3 times 4 is 12.
17 total.
17. Okay.
Next is Saturn's. I have 4.
And what do they do? That's regions.
That's each individual province that you're in.
I also have 4.
Damn it! I needed you to have 3 of those.
Sorry. You're gonna kill me on other stuff.
1,
Regions.
2.
And 3. So what is the total?
Different regions. that
Different,
you're in.
up to
I know,
12
how's it
different.
count? Oh, so it's 1 point. So okay, so
Yeah,
it's
1 per.
4 times.
You could just count the regions you're not in.
That's harder for me.
So I get 12 because it's 4 times 3.
Okay.
Right? 1, 2, 3. 29.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
28.
7 times 4, 28, yes.
Oh.
So 58.
I have
that
8.
right?
8 times 4 is
Wow.
32. Yeah. So 61.
Oops, sorry guys.
It's okay.
I am in 5 different regions.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep.
10 points for
2. Yeah.
34.
We have a
what's
lot
next?
of yellow.
the
Yellow.
brown.
Brown. Which is up to 10 points each.
I've maxed those out. So
Me
that's
too.
30 for me.
It's only
What is the
20
deal?
for me.
Why? How
the,
is it
It's the
maxed?
things you produce. Do you produce every of the 5 goods? Do you produce wine, cloth, brick, food, and metal, or not?
Yes.
I do them all, don't
You have
I?
all 5?
Yeah.
Then you get 10
two,
points for
Wine,
every
cloth,
brown you have.
Brick, food, metal. Yeah.
Okay.
We all
10
maxed it out.
10
It
points
was
for
10
Nikki?
for everyone.
10 points for
10
Nikki?
points for green.
Okay.
You just had one of those?
Oh,
That's-
no, I'm sorry, 2.
There you go. That's
10
another
more.
10. I made a big mistake in letting you get that one. One turn before I was going to
Yes.
buy the extra brown card. That was a big one. For me.
I had to spend for it, but I spent.
I know
everything
it was
could.
worth it. I wish I had
2
gotten it.
Marses are next.
Okay.
I got 2.
Yeah, I did.
Mars bars.
I have 1.
4.
Okay.
Oh wait, okay.
Colonists.
This is colonists, right?
You have all 5. You have 5
he
of
has
your
5.
6.
So his are 10 points each.
40 points for Lincoln.
40 points for blue.
Wow.
89.
99.
It's not enough
89.
though.
Yeah, but
Well, all right. How
at
many
least you're
colonists
not
do you have?
back
you have
there. I have
4,
1 Mars.
So you get 8 points,
All right.
right?
Yep. I get 16. 8 to 16.
104.
Yep.
And I get 6. 87.
And then I have no Minervas.
I have Minervas.
I have, mine is only, well, she has all the other ones. I have the farm one,
I wanted to
which
see.
I think just gets me 6 points. That's what I was trying to do on the last turn, is get a few more of those. And Nikki gets,
I wanted to see what it would do. So these are 6, and then this one's worth 4.
Oh my God, that's worth 4. I didn't
And
see
this
that.
one's
Oh.
worth 5.
5.
oh, I didn't notice that.
I didn't
Yeah.
notice that either. Okay.
But you only have 1 of each
So
of
I
those?
thought, yeah.
Yeah, but hang on. There really is only 1 of each of them.
Yeah.
No.
She
She
gets
has 1 cloth city and 1 thing, or
No,
no?
no.
No, hang on. Here we
Okay,
go.
here we
go.
go.
So for the what do you get for the stone? 3.
3.
So that's 1, 2, 3. What do you get for the
2.
food?
3.
No, you're not on food. That's the only one you don't get. So
Oh.
3 plus 5 is 8.
Wait.
Wait, no, just do 1 category at a time.
Yeah.
Don't pick them up.
Okay.
I thought you were doing
Brick. Brick is 3, right?
Yes.
Brick
got
is
1.
3.
She's
I
got
have 1.
1.
That's all I got.
All right.
3 points
Okay.
for that.
Yep.
And then
Hold on.
tools.
Yep. Tools are worth 3.
And there's 1
1,
here.
So you
She's
got
got 3
3.
of
2,
those. That's 9.
3.
3. There's another brick, by the way.
Wait,
Is that the
no.
only
No,
one?
that's
That's
the
the
only
only
one.
one.
3.
So 9 points.
Yep. Next.
Wine, just 1 right there.
1.
Times 4.
Times 4.
Yep.
And
Cloth.
cloth.
1.
Just 1?
Oh.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
It could be
But it
interesting.
could be pretty
It would have
big,
been
yeah.
fun if
She
that
had
had been
more
a-
architects if she was going to take that route, I think. Though.
I think I wanted to see what it would do.
Yeah.
But
So
I think
exciting.
that maybe
That
only
brown, I
focusing
knew that brown
on
card would swap our positions.
Same thing.
I know.
Same thing. If you had gotten,
I should have
Two of
gotten.
them.
Oh, I
would-
wanted it, but there was nothing I could do about it.
but
For what?
If we'd swapped.
if he
I'd
gets
got
that card,
last
he beats me probably by 3.
Oh, give me my whopping 7.
Oh, and she gets 7 for the last card.
Oh, right.
That's cool.
But then you would have had a whole nother turn to do something.
Maybe, but I. That's true. And any card probably would have given me 6 points.
Probably.
But he wouldn't. Yeah, I guess.
What do you think, Nick?
I liked it a lot. I really wanted to see what the Minervas would do. So I just bought them up. But I think the better plan for that would be to focus on maybe just 1 or 2 of them
Yeah.
and build a bunch.
4 is a lot.
And I
But you
like
obviously have to build a lot when you buy some
right.
of those,
I mean, if I was able to build 3 cloth places, or that's worth 5.
So 15 points.
Or
it's hard to
water.
do though. It's expensive.
Or the
Yeah.
wine,
But there's not that many of those, and people are racing to get to them.
Yeah.
So they're expensive to build on eventually.
But I guess maybe what you're thinking should be is how many of these things are out and how many can I build. But that's definitely
Well,
like a builder
It seems
card.
like you should specialize in them, especially the valuable ones. But then it's expensive to get in
Yeah,
place.
but if I had built more tool places all over the board, if
Right.
there were more tool places to build all over the board, like what if this came out and there was only 1 cloth one? This probably isn't really worth it.
Right. Well, there's only 3 on the board right now, so at the most it was 15. If
Right.
you can get to all 3
Yeah.
and build it, cloth is expensive to get to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems to me they're called specialists
For
because
that reason.
because you kind of probably want to buy. If you buy one, you probably want to go that route.
Yeah.
I mean, if every when you bought the brick one, if every brick you did was worth 3, and you went crazy on the board with brick, you could have picked up. I don't know how many bricks are on the board, but let's see, 1, 2, 3,
Oh, I could have
4,
gone
5,
crazy.
6, 7. You could have gotten 21 or 30
and
points
they were all
from that
sort
card.
of close.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
could have done it.
And they're easier to
And
build,
they're
right?
easy,
They
very
generate
easy to
food.
build.
Yeah.
And even if people beat you,
But
to them,
goods
it's an
are hard to
extra
get
$1 or
regardless.
2.
Agreed. Well, they
yeah.
also don't score. They also don't score for the blue for Jupiter, right? The bricks don't score for Jupiter,
Right,
so
right.
you are only scoring them for the Minerva. But
And for regional presence.
Well, Jupiter's 1 though.
But you can.
Well, it
it's
could be
easy to
3
get
or
like
4,
4.
yeah, exactly, that's true.
2 of us got 4 of those. There's a lot
Right.
of those.
Yeah.
But I also liked being able to use these to say, okay, all of my tools produce, all of my brick produce. Because one of my major problems was getting enough brick and enough wheat to even build.
Right.
Which I don't know why it didn't occur to me that that would be tight in this game to do, but it
Because we
didn't
didn't play
occur to
before.
me.
It didn't occur to any of us till it started
So
happening.
I definitely would have done some things different, but I like it.
You did play. You played at least 2, if not 3 specialists, and got one commodity out of it. And that was
Yeah.
tough, right? I mean, granted, it was what you needed, but it wasn't.
I wanted one more. I wanted to have my wine produced because there were some cards up there I wanted, but they got bought up, and it was
Aaron-
the end of the game. So
I actually liked that you bought that diplomat early.
I think that was very versatile. It gave me a lot of options.
It
to
allowed
copy
you,
stuff.
for example, if you had an extra diplomat, for example, then you could use someone else's specialist.
Well, I think the thing that was particularly powerful for him was the console or whatever.
Yeah,
Being able
that
to buy,
first
he got that
console.
early out.
So now we
You
know
didn't
there's
use
only
it that often, though.
No,
I felt like you could have used that more.
He didn't have the goods regardless.
I feel like it's
an empty
interesting that
warehouse
there's
couple
one console. I did kind of I blanked out my warehouse and money a few times. There's one console relatively early, and then there's that second one late in this deck.
Depending on how it's the shuffle.
No, but one's a 3 or 4, and one's a 1 or a 2. So there's an early game one and a later game one.
I saw Mac Gerdts demo this in Essen, and I was just like, I didn't remember exactly what was wonderful about it, but I thought, oh my gosh, this is an amazing game. I really think it's neat. I love it has the kind of the rondelle aspect with the cards.
Yes.
But it's much bigger than any rondelle you've ever had, because now it's like, okay, so I was just knocked out, and it plays really, really well. It's really exciting. I think this has got a lot of potential depth as far as on how to play it, and different strategies. It's it was a downer losing out some of the cards.
Sure.
I didn't miss too many opportunities. Like taking those 2 up front. It ended up meaning, I was like, well, I guess that means I'm really not going to build as much as I thought, because I'm going to have an entire turn where I'm really not going to be able to build too much because I don't have the money. But it was interesting. I mean, I didn't come out too far behind.
No, and in fact, you were one of these cards away from winning, in my opinion. I mean, it doesn't look that way maybe on the scoring track, but...
Well, had I also been able to get this other guy out, I thought, but when I saw the cards are going, I'm like, it would have been 8 points, though, I think, maybe.
Yeah, sure.
Isn't that right? It'd
How
be
many of these did
2
you have?
points times 4.
He
Yeah,
had
8.
4.
Yeah, so that's 8 more, and another card would be 12
Oh, yeah, it would
more.
have
That's
been huge.
20
I knew
points.
you couldn't let me have that, but yeah, I love that aspect of the game. I think that's really genius.
I think even though this was all of our first game, so there's probably plenty of things we would do differently now, knowing what we know. The person who sort of gave us a little advice before we played this said these cards are obviously hugely important, and getting the multiple for the category that you're doing really well in.
Right.
Well, yeah, and I got my
is
guys out
key.
that first round.
See,
And
to
I
me,
was
once
like,
you got those guys out,
once you miss an
maybe should have
opportunity-
just thrown whatever you could have done to just get all of these.
Yeah, but it would have hurt me otherwise.
You're probably right.
Because I
That's
would have
the
spent
thing.
all my effort, and I knew I wanted those, but I knew I couldn't get every one of those.
Right.
And I got most of them, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's only 4 total.
Yeah. So yeah,
4
that
more.
was.
Right.
I knew it was. I looked at that and I was like, I thought it was 7 when I first. And
Yeah, I only
bumped
got
up.
1. I just
Yeah.
had my original
I
one.
mean,
and
I
the one
knew,
stole
but
from you.
I couldn't. It's just
Yeah.
difficult, right? Without having the console, which I wanted, but I could never afford it. I never had. I ended up getting rid of the goods, which was another piece of advice someone had given us. Kind of getting rid of my goods, my expensive goods. So I was limited to where I could actually build initially, and then it would have meant, which meant that this didn't happen sooner, which I wanted to happen sooner.
what did you do wrong?
We were told this and we forgot. This is a typo.
Oh, one of them is a typo.
This is a typo. It has food on it, but it should be
But it
tool.
should be tools because that's what it said. All right, let's pretend
Which?
it didn't matter.
What?
That's total asterisk, because I absolutely did not have a tool to buy that
Right,
card.
you paid food for that.
I didn't remember at all.
And that's the card I needed.
all right, here you go.
All right,
When did
I
that
win.
happen?
The very end of the game. Near the very
Like
end.
Probably before
Right
the
before
final
Nikki's
round.
turn. Right before Nikki's turn.
It was when I went, oh,
no, no.
I really wanted this thing next turn.
I canceled that for a food.
But you didn't have the food.
No,
No,
I
you
did
didn't
have
have
the
the
food.
tool.
Right, you didn't have the tool.
If it was before the last round, right?
Yeah, but it might have been
remember.
one before. And I don't know if I
I'm
did
sorry.
or not either. No, we need to
Weird
mark it
though
or
that we
something.
did. Yeah, I did.
Well, but someone told us that 3 hours
And
ago.
again, because of the stupid readers, I'm only just looking at the food, right?
That's all I looked at. Too.
We have to sleeve these anyways. I mean, because
We'll
you
carve
keep.
that.
Yeah, you keep
gotta
handling
handle
Going
crap
through
out of
'em.
it.
Yeah,
Well, it's neat. I'm really glad we played
I
it.
really like it.
Yeah.
It is. It's actually really. I mean, I want to play again, right?
Yeah.
It's long. Here's what my main worry was. I thought it was going to be. We were talking about this before. I thought the game was going to be like this, where you have your hand of cards, and then as the cards thin down, your choices become a little bit less hard to make. And then when you get all your cards back, plus ones you've drawn from the board at that point, you'd be like, "Voomp," and now you're like, "Ugh, now I got to take forever." But it kind of worked slightly the opposite of that. You had that problem, and I had that problem too, which is with all the cards in my hand, I kind of knew the ones I wanted to play.
It was easy
When
to
I was
say.
down to like 4
Like,
cards,
how do I
it was
make this
like,
work for me?
Well,
Yes.
because you can reset at any time and like essentially pass a turn to take all your cards back. You're always having to think about the
Well, and
timing
I
of
think
when to
I
do that.
maximized it every time I did it.
Well, I think my single
know if-
best
you mean-
move in the
what do you
game
mean?
was
Doing
playing
that
that
soon?
tribute. For,
I used
for just
every
a buck.
single one of my cards.
I don't know
every
if
time.
that's smart or not.
I know that, but I'm saying
He was just trying to do it.
I was like trying to like use every.
I tried to do
single
it
card,
most
and
of the time, but I think doing it early
know.
is
Yeah.
a key move
Absolutely,
sometimes.
it's like when we played Maharani. I specifically timed it so that I flipped soon enough that I had a
Right.
crap load of choice at the end of the game, which was huge. It's
Right.
the same kind of deal where when do I do this that will be most beneficial? You did it early on, but it was huge for you because you realized, oh, I really need this. I need my choices.
More importantly, in the first chunk of the game, you guys all sent in your cards from the board, and I hadn't yet.
Right.
So I was also able to do that
Yeah,
weird.
but you were also thinking you did it poorly, and I didn't think you did.
I
knew
also-
that you could. I knew having stuff on the board was going to be good
Yeah.
for you, regardless. You know, I thought he's going to be able. You had goods.
well, only because I cheated.
I never
this
had
card.
we
goods.
blew all
Only
our
because I
goods.
cheated this card due to the misprint, and I was able to snake this from you. But being card behind gave me that weird timing thing where I was able to kind of prefect, knowing you guys couldn't do stuff,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
knowing that you couldn't snake that money from me. I mean, it just. Again, this looks like a lot, but any single card changes all of that around, right? It's one of those games that does that.
I felt also that this track here and the when do I take my cards back into my hand had that Vinci feel to it too. It was definitely
timing on
like
when to
when
reset.
do you go reset and decline and
Yeah.
Right.
when are these going to start falling off and when is it the right price for
The
me
right price, exactly.
and all of that kind of stuff.
And I feel bad because this whole time for 3 full moves, I'm thinking, okay, this guy's gonna go, bloop, bloop, bloop. He's gonna go right here, and then they get these 2. And then I realized, remember I said I bought too much food? I bought too much food because that would stop me from being able to afford that move. As it turns out, I couldn't do that move.
Right.
So I apologize to everyone because, of course, I ended up buying exactly the right amount of food by accident.
Oh, cool. Well, Dave, thanks for teaching us. This
Yeah.
is awesome.
You are welcome, Lincoln.
Whee!